Whopping over. Bonsoir, fuckers. We are here. It is Monday night. I'm talking to you because that's what I do every fucking start of the stream. What else is there to do? We can't just stare. We gotta say something. But I would like to welcome you here. We have a grand adventure not planned, because that would be weird if we had it planned. But we have a grand adventure hopefully coming up.
We have it planned for Monday evenings.
It is scheduled, I think, is the word you're looking for. Oh yeah, we planned it out.
Planned.
Yeah.
We plan it out. We always say like, yeah, so Asher's gonna die, and then the D20, Mr. D20 is like, no, Asher lives. Asher lives. So, it is Monday. We play D&D. For the first time, I am on time. Children were not an issue. But as always, we begin the session with a character building question before we get into the recap. So, my question for the men of the Gill this evening is, if not being a man of the Gill, what would you most likely be doing? What was your plan B aside from adventuring? We'll start with the orc himself, Mr. Boulder.
Well, you know, when I met them, I was trying to sell some hats, so maybe still trying to sell some hats?
Oh, how far you've fallen, Balder.
Rolling down the hill.
Jesus Christ. All right. What about you, Mr. Asherlepis?
Well, I think Asher's original intention was to go on some fancy humanitarian mission and go and spread joy and life, and now he just sucks the life right out of you. That's the new gig now, folks. But I think if it wasn't for the Men of the Gill, Asher would probably not be a vampire, and probably would have never met Mr. Voice, and probably would be doing good things. But besides that, here we are.
Okay, so you would have been a humanitarian, building churches and such for little children to learn of Eldath and plants and such. Was that what I heard?
Not necessarily build churches, but that would be.
So we got a
burning
hat
them.
salesman. We've got a hat salesman.
A
we
priest.
Got a priest.
No, missionary.
And now,
Missionary.
oh, I don't know how bunnies do it, but maybe they're missionary. So we'll go with Mr.
And plus the
Prey.
PG rating.
Yeah, Mr. Prey. If not for the Men of the Gill and adventuring, what would you be doing aside from celebrating Fuck Day?
Well, have you heard of OnlyFans?
I have not, Prey. What is that?
Well, it's where you you get your sibling to draw your nude body, because your siblings are your best friends, of course. You get them to draw your nude body, preferably on something that can fold. If not, maybe a giant piece of wood or something, and then you strap that to the back of a goat, and you slap the goat on the booty, and the goat go runny up the hill, and hopefully it gets to the village where the person you want to send it to gets there, and then they put gold on the goat and they send the goat back. It's all in theory. I haven't tested it out, but perhaps it's a you never know.
I think the trick is you have to put they have to send you gold first, because what's to stop them from?
Oh, well, once they see it, they want more, so they'd send the gold for the second go,
And those paintings,
so in other words,
they're not overindulged, are they? They're not like, compensating for anything?
Oh,
in other words, Prey would look at his brother and go, "Oh no, help me, step bro."
I can't picture Prey saying ooh, but that's fine. Ooh.
Do it.
Ooh.
That's the sound Prey makes when he has some bad elk. All right.
You guys have heard what it sounds like when I've had elk. It does not sound pleasant.
It sounds like cannon
to...
fire.
So we're going to do a recap of what happened last time we played. You guys ventured into the De La Fontaine after rescuing the capital city of Palumis in Seption. Erden heard word of the Delafontaine orphanage. Someone who may have had information about the curse mark that he bears. So you guys went, you investigated, you licked some floors, you found some scrolls, you found some treasure, and then an illusion faded, and you were somewhat in a decrepit house with ghosts and mutated beings. You found one lone child with the beginning signs of a curse mark. He told you about the basement. You went to the basement. You fought Sylvia Delafontaine. Almost lost a few members of the Men of the Gill, but fate shined upon you as Asher came. I like that you're doing like the rappers there who have the signers.
Did you like the Asher Kane?
I didn't see that one. So you guys, you vanquished Sylvia Delafontaine and her champion. And as prey went and cleaved off Sylvia Delafontaine's head, and you were all gathering to recoup, Erden caught a magical bolt from the Sylvia Delafontaine's body that raised up and smacked him in the head. You guys saw him drop, and he had a vision of a frozen tundra where the three Delafontaine sisters met with a figure called Bellarula. Now, as we come back to that scene, Erden, Prey, and Balder, you are all inside the Delafontaine orphanage basement. Erden is on the ground, just out. He is breathing, he is stable, but he kind of like Stranger Thing, raised up, smacked with a bolt of energy, and just on the ground, ragdoll.
Asher, do you want to bring Erden?
Like, bring him back or just bring him along? We can't leave him here, Prey.
Yeah, just lift him, bring him.
Oh, okay. Well, I can certainly try. I'm gonna try to lift Erden by myself in my weakened state.
Give me a strength check.
I think it's -1. Only -1 is not that bad. But it is going to be very humiliating for Asher. That is a 9.
9. So you lift, kind of like watching a bad 80s comedy. Asher lifts his leg and just like has the leg over the shoulder and just like he's just spinning. And if it was a Bugs Bunny cartoon, he'd be digging into the ground trying to move.
Nice choice of cartoon.
Thanks.
Boulder, do you think one of the big guys should bring him? Because clearly Asher can't.
Oh, what did you? What? I'm gonna let like, the legs go, and I'm just gonna walk away.
but
Yeah.
but you're cute, Asher. You're fluffy.
You're willing to try.
And
I'm
quite
gonna be
hoppity. So Erden makes his way, not Erden, Asher makes his way up the stairs. And again, you are still in the decrepit old house of the Delafontaine orphanage.
Before going up the stairs, can I check out these boxes? Is there anything?
You into there? I gotta go on roll 20 there. I have it opened. I just wasn't on there. I was on Discord. Should I check those boxes? Yeah, you certainly can. You look inside of them and roll an investigation check to see what you find.
While he does that, can I cast Detect Magic? And Boulder, do you want to bring him? We'll like clear the room or something.
Yeah,
So walloping.
I'll try to carry him up.
4. What did you get, Asher? 4. You look through and you just see what looks to be like chalk and like minor spell components in the first few crates. You're like, okay, it's just like stuff for rituals and stuff that she was doing. It's like herbs and you just not dig. Prey, give me a minute there. I gotta open something real quick.
Open that mouth.
Glug, glug.
Mouth, boy. Jesus Christ, boys.
You're the one who said it.
I'm just quoting the movie. Yeah, you
Glug,
get
Glug.
Glug 3000. You can see. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. God damn it! Come on, dummy, get in the game.
Found out if the clip is only like 15 minutes, it doesn't count as a movie. You know that, right?
Hey, don't you? There we go. You get from the 3 glowing things here. You get transmutation. They're glowing and they're just peering into the room. You also get that the ritual circle, also transmutation. Very strong transmutation there, faintly from the 3 like I want to say you don't know what metal, but they're metal like plates is the easiest way I can describe what they look like.
I should ask the Vulture Man at some point if I could get a spell to tell me what the things are, not just be like, yeah, it's magic. Because right now, I really don't know what's going on. But I will go and touch one.
You touch it, it's a cold steel, metallic feel, and you just feel kind of like when you touch a live wire that's not electrocuting you, but you can tell that there's like a current of electricity, so it's just like the tingle in your fingers, like there's energy coursing through this.
Well, ooga booga 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 booga. Nothing happens?
Nope.
There's no like script or anything?
No, though like I said, you see that in the middle of the circle there is a like flattened and quite crushed human head.
Like from her? Or like a separate
No,
one?
that's just a separate like head.
Oh.
That is just like it seems to be engraved into the ground. Like as if she planted it there.
I'll like go up close to it and be like, are you alive?
As you get close to it, you can clearly tell it is long dead but preserved. Kind of like one of those shrunken heads, but just like normal sized. The thing you realize is that it does have, like Erden, a curse mark and a horn. But the horn is like got to the forehead and then the rest of it goes into the ground.
Okay, well, we know where this stuff is, worst case. I don't really see anything of value. I'm good to go.
Which one did you touch, pray?
The middle one. Middle
middle one.
Yeah.
Okay. As you begin to walk and you like break the threshold of the circle, you just hear it's as if you heard it, but just like a breeze, just. And when that happens, all the candles around you that are glowing red extinguish, and the green, somewhat light that these are giving off just fade. It is now pitch black except for the fire coming from the fireplace at the other end of the room.
Woo. Did I do that? Boulder, Asher, did you guys do that?
No.
Maybe I'm too strong for this magic and it just like was scared off?
That seems plausible, Prey.
Yes, of course. Let's go upstairs.
So you guys go upstairs again. You are in her decrepit old office, and you guys make your way out. You can see under the stairs is Orwell, the small child that is probably like 7 or 10. They're just sitting under the stairs and kind of creeps up, going, He looks at all of you and just goes, Miss de La Fontaine?
Are you referring to us as a group as Mr. Delafontaine?
No, she could change how she looked, and I didn't want to be like, oh, you guys killed her, and then have her just be like, no, I'm alive, and then just beat the shit out of me.
Well, I'm alive! No, I'm just kidding, child.
he like stumbles back onto the stairs, like starts crawling backwards in fear.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have like parents or somewhere to go? Like, can we help you?
No, I'm an orphan. This is an orphanage.
Right, but when you leave here, what do you go like your parents' house? Do you go to like a school? Like what? I
don't know how to explain this. You're a grown up. I don't.
Can I like pull Prey aside?
He looked at, he actually, before you pull him aside, he goes, do you have parents?
No. Well, kind
Neither
of.
do I.
But when I get angry, my dad kind of pops up once in a while. It's weird.
That we had kids like that too here. That's called abuse.
Oh god. Oh god. Very interesting. Usually it's the angry dad and the kid pops up here, but it's the opposite for me. I get angry, my dad shows up. Anyways.
Okay.
Woo! Well, going heavy, folks. Well, yes, Asher. Yes, what's going on?
Like, I'm going to be like, Prey, he doesn't have any more parents. This is the place that was taking care of him because he didn't have any more parents. So now there's nobody to take care of him. So he's all alone.
Oh. So are you saying we should adopt him?
Or at least just take him to find somewhere to stay.
I'm sure
I
could use another
would
child.
I would say that Erden did mention this to the men of the Gill. Prey not remembering because it's just in Prey's. It's not filed in there. It's like not important. But Asher and Balder would remember that the Ashan, the master of sales and business, did say that if anything untoward was found, to please report it to him, and he would take care of the ramifications of said business. Also, side note, Balder is still wearing full head-to-toe blue Crest Guard armor.
Yep. Also, still looking like I'm 60, right?
But that's the thing. I thought about that. If you're wearing full plate armor and you're wearing the helmet, you guys just hear Asher and Balder started talking a bit more wheezy.
Just a little limp, like, oh, right a smack.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I'm just gonna say, so we should bring him to that guy. Yes.
Okay, so as you guys head out of the orphanage, two things that catch your attention right away, Asher, because you are the one with the highest passive perception, is when you leave the Delafontaine orphanage, this entire block that this orphanage is on is just decrepit, not taken care of. It seems that whatever illusion that was being cast on the orphanage itself extended for the city block. So that entire city block was under her influence. Also, you realize that as Balder is carrying Erden slung over his shoulder, you see that like Erden's curse mark that is on his face, that all you've seen it do recently is grow and spread across his body. Ever since, like, now that you're outside and there's a bit more light to be seen, you can see that the curse mark seems to be shifting like Rorschach's mask. It's constantly shifting and it's just, it doesn't seem to be a steady shape currently.
I like it.
And so yeah, you guys make your way back to the castle. You report to Ashan what has happened. They take Erden and they go, if he awakes, we'll be sure to reach out to you and figure out a way to get him to you in due haste. But we will make sure that the best clerics are taking care of him. They also say you can sleep in the guest chambers. There is no problem, and you can go about your business. Now for payment, and he goes, what is your plan from here? You've saved our kingdom. Are you planning on staying in Palumis? Are you heading out?
We're going to Touch Butt, right?
Touché?
Festuche, yeah.
I thought we were going into the
Wildlands?
Crimson Capital.
Oh, is that not? Oh,
and find your
I keep
find
forgetting.
your canyon of fuck.
I keep forgetting which place is which. But yes, we're going to the Crimson Capital for your person of interest, and also I have a sister I must kill.
Okay.
Open.
So you're going into the wildlands. So money will not really be. And as he starts to say money, Baldur, you know that like the only city that would accept gold in the Wildlands is the Crimson Capital. But to get there, it is quite a trek through wild lands, untamed nature, and military conflict. So he looks at you and he just goes, "So we can offer you maybe some goods, but pray, I do believe that wait, I gotta think of his name there. Fuck, I keep forgetting his name. Yolemite. He goes, Yolemite has made something for you." For payment. We don't know if it's to your liking, but he did commission something for Asher and Boulder. If you need something, baby, ask us. We will see if it's within our means currently. But pray if you follow me. And he, well, you guys are all following because I want to know what Asher and Balder want. So he leads you guys to the forge where Prey touched the dwarf's butt and used his 3 questions. And you see that there's a dwarf there, and you see Yolemite going, "Yeah, I know, it's a bit extravagant, but he's going to the Wildlands, and I guess he's got some land claim, so it's always good to look the part." And then he sees you show up, he goes, "Now, you gave me, when you hit me across the face, I knew you was gonna make it in the Wildlands, so I'm gonna make you a deal." So he pulls out a crown. He pulls out something that looks like a crown, and it is... Well, you know what, Prey? What does your crown look like? Although somebody else designed it, I will give you creative reign on it.
Well, have you seen, the beak of a vulture? How it has a bit of a curl to it? I picture almost like bulbs with curls, just like a bunch of vulture heads curling inwards with like beaks, like.
Okay, so just a vulture skull crown.
Yes.
Okay, so he gives you that, and what keeps those all together just looks like talons, all like talons, just holding every head as the class. And he goes, "Now you've been telling me about this vulture man, so like, I tried to see if I could give him human hands, but like, Ghibli here, I'm not putting any fucking human hands on a crown. So I gave him talons." So they give you your crown as you wanted.
Well, can I have a, what do you call it, a clownonation? A clownonation ceremony?
He reaches over, squeezes your nose, goes, "Beep." There you go.
Oh. Ah, yes, King Prey! Huzzah, peasants of the land! I must go repopulate my canyon.
As you say this, he goes, "I don't have the power, but I guess if my son's out right now, kind of makes me somewhat. I think that's how it works, right? If the king's sick, his next of kin takes the rule for a little while."
You want to declare war with me? Well,
No,
okay.
I'll make Asher translate, but you are now a foreign dignitary.
Oh, yes, ding-a-ding, yes! Pray the mighty ding-a-ding.
I'll like look at Prey and I'll be like, "You are now the ruler of the canyon, and you basically are working with these fine folk here.
So
They are your
I
friends."
heard it. I know. I am from the Wildlands. I do know it's a mineral-rich area. We got a good blacksmith here, and you just see like this dwarf is just hammering away on something. Like, "Good, I'm the fucking best." Just doesn't stop, and then he just stops for a minute and he lifts up and goes, "Just a quick question. Who touched me fucking statue?"
Staring at Prey.
Oh, did it look like a bitch? That was, the sleeping man over there, he touched it. He said, "Look at this bitch-looking thing," and he just touched it.
Right, I'll have a few choice words with that one.
Yes.
But, is there anything I could get? I could get you there, hurrying gun and, I guess, and he looks at Baldur and goes, "Guard."
Guard.
Yeah, because he's dressed as a guard. He's hiding his complete body. He's just like, what can I get you as a thank you?
Oh, I'm gonna say, well, had this really amazing rapier, and I don't have it anymore, and I would love like a rapier that will let me just stab everyone that doesn't accord with me. So I would love a better rapier, and I'd be like, at the same time, I'll like look at Prey and be like, also, why do I feel like I can't use another rapier? Was there something super special about that other rapier? I
Well,
like
we
look at
did,
Baldur and at Prey. I'll be like, I think like every time I use another rapier, there's like this voice in my head that's just like, haha, you can't use this, bitch. And it's
well, the we did kill the leader of the Western Isles, I believe, for that one. Which I don't know. Maybe you have like PTSD, post death
The,
killing
they
syndrome.
they just both stand there and they go. They look at each other and you just see Ashan go. That. So what you're saying is when you use another weapon that wasn't that said weapon,
Yep.
it would be harder to use any weapon at all.
anytime I basically pull out another sword that wasn't that beautiful, stunning rapier, it just felt like I was holding a stick. It didn't feel right.
I think I know what we can do for you. So keep that in mind. So we'll do that in a minute. What about yourself? I do believe you said your name was Boulder.
Yes. Well,
You sound a bit more gruff than when we first met.
yeah, that's one thing I was going to mention. I pull off the helmet and be like, something happened while we were in the house.
So your two things. The dwarf is losing his shit laughing. He's going, two things. One,
The loneliest number.
yes, it would seem that you've aged quite a bit. So did you fight any undead in said home?
I mean, there was a hag and a dude that was like made out of other parts, wasn't he? I'm trying to remember what he freaking looked like.
Yeah. There you did fight a ghost, and the ghost did drain your life.
Right, it was the dude upstairs, right?
Oh, okay. So we got with the favor we're gonna do for Mr. Lepis, we will do for you. So please just follow me. See you later, Gimli. We have more weapons to build. Aye, and he starts hammering away again. And so he takes you to the chapel, the church that was across from the kingdom when you first, the castle when you first showed up. And you walk in, and this just looks like two waves crashing together. And inside, instead, like, you know how you walk into a Christian church and all they have is photos of crucified Jesus? This here, it looks like you literally walked into... The best way I can describe it is when they try to make a new rendition of the story of Moses and they walk through this parted water and you just see all the whales and stuff swimming around them. That's like, it feels like you're walking into a frozen frame of ocean. So there's whales, there's dolphins, there's turtles. It's all water, and you just see an old man, scrawny, and the best way I can describe him, how I visualize him, is the bad guy from Hunchback of Notre Dame who sings Hellfire. I don't know.
Oh, he
if you
looks
guys...
like a bitch. Okay.
He looks like a very strict Christian reverend man, and he goes, yes, father, and he turns around and goes, yes, I am. What can I do for you, Master Rashawn? He goes, this is the men of the Gill. They are the ones who have saved the city. Men of the Gill, I introduce you to, the Father of Fortification. Hello, I am the Father of Fortification. What can I do for you? Do you think, as form of payment for thank you, for the men of the Guild, we would be able to reverse a curse and maybe try and fix this man's temporary expedited aging. And he goes, certainly. And he goes to Asher first. And he goes, so you believe you are cursed? This is not a problem. And he puts his hand on your head. The weirdest sensation floods over you because he is pumping divine energy
Oh, baby.
into you. Divine. And as he is just this radiant light.
Catholic priests do the same thing.
Oh, good lord.
Jesus Christ. Red band. Yeah, so as he puts his hand onto you and you feel the pulse of energy, of radiant energy go through you, you feel this grip that is wrapped around like your soul.
Ooh.
And you, as the energy like courses through, you feel it let go. And then you feel like you go like, oh, I could use my weapons now. There's no problem. The thing that hangs with you is that as this tension is released from around, this chokehold is released from around your soul, you feel as though there is a stronger presence. It's not grasping your spirit. It is looming over it. It is just enveloping everything. And as you feel the radiant energy just pull out, you hear a I'm always with you, Mr. Lepus. I'm not going anywhere. And your curse has been removed. You can now...
Hooray!
That has been since you fucking went to the...
Toll the dead.
Yeah. So, and then he goes to Balder and he goes, this is a bit less taxing. The undead do try to steal your vitality. And he just rubs his hands and he goes, I love doing this. Clear! And poof, just shoves Balder. Balder just slams into his seat, like flips over, stands up, and he's just rejuvenated. He goes, nothing like a strong, great restoration to get the job done. Well, if that will be all, I'm going to bed. Good night. And he just walks away.
Can he do that to anyone?
Sean looks at you and goes, he has a bit of, he either has no flair or all the flair, and sometimes it comes off as very, how would you put it, aggressive.
Oh.
He sometimes says he speaks in tongues and just thrashes about on the stage. It's very, very discomforting, but...
Don't hate the flair, hate the game.
That's what I tell myself. Yes, so you guys can gladly have a night's rest here, and we will continue our works to get the city back to working order. So if you return, that maybe we may show you the joys of Palumas. Good evening, and he just goes to bed. You guys gain the benefit of a long rest.
Oh, baby. Oh.
Yes.
So during the night, pray, you're sleeping, your crown is there. You dream of going to your canyon, of ruling over it, you get good dreams. Your dream, you walk out of a cave and you just see many women and you go, fuck day! And you just have a great dream, and then you just hear the
dream?
vulture's voice.
Oh.
you get the vulture's voice come to your ear and go, this and so much more is what awaits you in Vetus. All you have to do is kill your sister and reclaim your birthright. Then you have a great, amazing dream.
Oh, yeah.
Fade to black. Not gonna go into detail about your ancestral guardians. Asher, you go to sleep, and it is the first time you go to sleep that you don't feel like you want that rapier like there's no tomorrow. You go to sleep, you get a good night's rest. The only thing is Mr. Voice's presence, where you actually saw it, what it did, what it was doing within you. How it's not, as Eldath was there standing next to you, he is looming over you, constantly watching. And in one way, you find that comforting because you know you're working towards redemption. In another way, it's kind of the same pressure of when you're doing your homework and your mom is looking over you and pointing out every single fucking mistake you're making on your homework. So you sleep, just not comfortably. And finally, Balder. You go to sleep and you dream of your last, I would say, mission given to you by the military. You see a vivid recollection of the battle, of how the task that was given to you was insurmountable. It was a suicide mission. And it's also the first time you met her. When you came back and your squadron would being the only one that returned alive is the first time you heard her and praised you. And you dream of bringing everyone back and just like everybody being astonished. And you hear her instead this time of going, instead of hearing her go, I've seen what you've done and I'm impressed. Her voice rings through, but angrier and frantic. And she goes, frantic, tick, tick. She goes, Balder, there has been stolen glory. Your glory. Someone is reaping benefit from your work, Balder. Heroism is gained. This one was stolen, Balder. What will you do?
Who has stolen my honor?
She takes it's the scene around you fades. And she goes, I cannot get that answer. It is beyond my knowledge, Balder. But where you are headed, you will find your answer. You're going home, Balder. Make them remember who you are, Captain Camille. And you wake up. You got... I'm sorry! And you wake up.
Alright, there's a little fly thing in here.
Praise going, oh, fuck it, too many. So you guys wake up well rested, and you gear up. Erden is still being taken care of by clerics. The clerics look at you like, as soon as he wakes, we will make sure that a message gets to you. And yes.
Well, before doing that, can we say that we made it to the ship and I got Foghorn's earring? Or no?
To get you didn't take the shit. You didn't take the earring because Foghorn did talk to you on the way up, saying like, "Oh, we're."
Oh yeah, we took quite a bit of a journey to get here. That's right.
2 days to get there.
Yeah. Never mind. I forgot how long the journey was. It's reverse.
So yeah, they just say we'll send a message. We do know you, so we will send a message to one of you. Just tell us where you are, and we'll get one of the wizards to teleport him directly to you. So have a great day, and you guys head out. You're outside of the castle grounds. You can see outside of the city proper. As you're walking through, you can see that people are starting to rebuild, clean up, and some people are just walking right in, and like they're still mobilizing the entire city back into the capital.
I are the bodies still hanging by the main gate to the city?
Yep, they are.
I
and
wanted
they're
to go
all,
cut them down.
Are you wearing full gear, or your helmet still off? Or you put on the helmet off?
I'd be full gear for heading out.
Okay, so as you cut them down, you get a few looks, like people just looking at you, but where you're just a Blue Crest guard, they just assume, okay, that's his orders. And what do you do with them? Like, you cut them down, they poof, poof, poof. 3 bodies just plop on the ground. Where do you put them? What do you do with them?
How far away is our cart?
Your cart would be right outside the city walls. Like, that's where you guys had put it.
Well, if I can, I want to put them in the cart, and then I'll bury them once we're outside of the.
Okay,
That
so
area.
you guys see as Balder just takes the bodies one at a time, loads them into the cart. Asher is there taking care of the 2 horses. Prey, you find Daddy very well taken care of,
Oh,
very studly, very war horsey. And as soon as he sees you, starts to buck and just be very happy because you treat him very nicely.
oh, well, of
And
course.
you guys just start trotting along, and you. Oh yes.
Is there any way that I'm not looking for it for free, but is there any way that I could purchase a magic rapier? Would they allow me, because we've helped them, to purchase a magic rapier?
They'll say that the payment was removing the curse for free. That is still a big spell to use for a cleric. So they say you can. So as you're outside, you can see like there's a Sean, there's Yolamite. You can see that there's actually like I want to say like an Egyptian like carrying thing where they have like the emperor covered, but it's just like they have that, and it's just people carrying. You assume it's to hide the king in his sickly demeanor. And you can see like Yolamite's there. You approach him. What do you say to him?
I greatly appreciate you guys removing this curse that I apparently did not know I have. It truly feels like a weight has been lifted from my body. I was also wondering, and I have no issues paying for it. I'm not expecting anything else for free, but I would love it if you guys would allow me to purchase a magical rapier. I know you said that there was a lot of restrictions with the war effort and everything like that, but if it is possible, I certainly am looking to purchase one.
Just give us one moment. And you can see like they both huddle and just whisper to each other. And Yolamite like nods like, and like they go, Sean just pulls back and goes, let me do the talking, Yolamite. So from what we understand, you're headed to the Wildlands, which is enemy territory for us. We haven't had many scouts return, and the ones who have returned have been very badly maimed or wounded in ways that speaking is not. They cut out their tongues, so any information gathered could not be relayed to us. So you are going to the Crimson Capital, is that correct?
Yes. Prey has some business with his sister that's there, and
They as you say this, they turn and they go, your sister is what does she do at the Crimson Capital exactly?
he intends to
And they're
kill
looking
her.
at Prey.
Oh,
They're
sorry.
looking at Prey. And they go, what does she do?
Oh, well, based on reputation, she probably shovels shit. Perhaps she's a professional bootlicker. I'm not sure. Maybe a earwax consumer. I don't know what profession she has, but I'm not a fan of her life, so I shall deal with that when I see her.
Oh, okay. Well, if you are going to the Crimson Capital, we do for this rapier. It is a loan with very high interest. What we ask is that if you go to the Crimson Capital, bring us proof of, how do I put this in a political, and Yola might just like, bring us proof that all of them are dead from the Wildland leadership. I want heads, I want fingers, give me their peckers if they got them, because I don't know nobody that'll willingly give away their pecker.
But
Aren't you from the Wildlands?
No, I'm an immigrant here. I got all my legal paperwork. I did my due diligence. I am now the military tactician for this here kingdom. I left the Wildlands because there's no structure. And then he looks at you and goes, looks at Prey, looks at you, goes, as Prey, and he points at Prey but looks at Balder, goes, as Prey would know, the Wildlands do not have structure. It is chaos. It is destruction and survival of the fittest. Now, if you bring me a head of the leaders of the Crimson Capital, whatever the fuck they call it now. When I was bound there, it was called Lolapa, and then they changed it. Because, new dictatorship, might as well change the name of everything. But yeah, so if you bring me, I do know that there is the military tactician, there is the leader, and there is the master of the arcane, master of sales. Who else is it? There would be the civil leaders too, but the civil leaders can be influenced by money. But if you can bring me the head of at least 3 of those people, so master of sales. 3, yeah, there's 4 people. I just need 3 heads.
I need 3 heads.
So, if you can get me the head of their leader, who we don't know who it is, the military tactician, who we don't know who it is, master of the arcane, who we don't know who it is, or the master of sales, who we don't know who it is. You bring me 3 of those 4 people's heads, and I can guarantee with the right influence, we can change the Wildlands into, let's just say, a more thriving cooperational benefit for the rest of the island of Sebdion. Making it work instead of making it work.
So, if I'm understanding this, you want us to kill... basically take over a city for a magical rapier?
That and a bit more. I'm saying, this is alone, and if you do that, there's gonna be way more shit coming your way. And I'm saying that as the next of kin to the next of kin to the king.
Next king of kin of king. Yes.
Yeah. Ashan goes, I can give you the rapier if this will help in that task. But if you do bring us proof of death of 3 of at least 4 of those people, we can... I don't think that... I assume that we would be more willing to open the... not give you everything we own, but you would be taking care of one conflict we have so that we may focus on the threat of another continent wanting to annihilate us. Inner conflict, while there's outer conflict, does not help anyone. So you take care of this inner conflict for us so that we can focus on the bigger conflict, which is the Hadriel. And you want a city? You can get any land you want in the Wildlands. I don't think that if you helped us finish this conflict, I don't think there will be any request that within our power would be too much.
So I could have a pit whale.
Sure. I would pay, if you can stop this conflict within the island of Sebdion, I would gladly hire a druid to be with you for life and be a whale. I would find a wizard to cast true polymorph on a prisoner to turn him into a whale for you.
Well. Looks like we have a deal.
And
Prey just immediately signs off on anything. Doesn't even just like, does this sound like a good idea? You're in. It's like the fucking gauntlet all over again. They're like, Asher's gonna be fine with this. Let's just do it.
That's how we
What
became the
about-
men of the Gill.
what about you, Master Herringon and Mr. Kemmel?
I'm open to the idea, but just so I get this clear, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna kind of do a mini hop over, be like, and be like, you want us to assassinate 3 people? Is that what I'm getting at? I'll whisper it
Yes.
because I don't want to. I just want to be like, you want us to assassinate people?
I want you to do what you were planning on doing, but if it just so happens that you go and find 3 of those people which I've mentioned and kill them, you will help end this conflict and bring this nation to peace. Because if you take the Master of War out, they now lose all military tactics. If you take the Master of the Arcane out, they have no control over who gets what, and they have no one to keep track of where things are going with magical items. You take out the Master of Sales, you cripple their economy. And if you take out their leader, well, usually a leader is the charismatic one who can rally the people. So if they lose the populace, they lose the war. If you want any additional information, I can point you to like a few people who may have. Our information from the Crimson Capital is very limited. I believe the only the only information I can give you that is common knowledge, if you accept this, that's the first question, are you accepting this task?
Sounds very anti-chaos.
You mean toppling a local government? Sending the half a nation into complete and utter turmoil is not chaos? That sounds like the definition of it.
Yes, but you're saying that you want to bring order and organization to them. And
You think that can be done overnight? You are very hopeful, young Herringon. We're going to
I am
topple...
middle-aged, thank you very much.
You're younger than I am. I'm an elf.
Yeah, I know about elves. They don't like Herringon.
I have no familiarity with Herringon at all. I was born and raised on this island. There are no Herringon here.
False. There is at least one.
Not anymore! Bang!
And that's how Asher dies.
Wabbit season.
And then he creates a fucking Aerococra duck. So,
Oh no, it would
he
it would
goes-
100% be my my owlin.
So he extends like, do you want this task or not?
I'll look at Prey and be like,
I mean, I'm gonna kill people that. Well, a person for sure. I'm going to kill.
and who knows? She might be the master of something there. We don't even know.
the-
Might be 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 elves with one arrow.
the master of earwax collecting,
the master chicken sexer. I don't know.
the master of fuck day.
Well,
No,
they
no.
won't need her for a year, so I think they probably won't miss her.
So he goes, all right. So and then he looks at Baldur like, and you, Mr. Camille?
Well, I guess if they're in, I'm in.
Good. So the information we can give you is that there are 2 succinct ways to get to the Crimson Capital. One is through the Rahe Woods. The only problem is that is the easiest way to access the Crimson Capital. So it is also the most defended area. There will be much opposition you may run into an entire battalion. The other option is, and he looks at Prey, is King Prey's homeland. Now, this has always been known as the easier path for carts and travel because it's a canyon. It's flat at the bottom. But we've had one scout return from that area. And he told us he was the only scouting party to ever be sent there. He had 20 scouts with him. He is the only one who returned. When we asked him to describe what happened, he was fine until he started talking about the canyon. He would repeat the same things.
Ooga booga.
So much blood. Screaming banshees. And elk.
Yes.
I mean,
Jesus, fucking hit my desk and everything. Earthquake, everyone dies. And he goes, when we pressed further into it, he said, when we pressed, like, screaming banshees, we assume is something. Blood and gore, we assume it's the elk. As soon as we brought up elk, he would just, we had to sedate him a few times.
I also get aroused.
No, he would get violent. He would thrash as if he was reliving a memory that he could not speak of.
Let's go.
So those are your options. So again, full battalion through the woods or through your home turf and just into the unknown. It's your choice.
Into the unknown. Well.
Goddamn Bard! If this is not a Panic at the Disco!
We did plan on going to Death Canyon after, but I guess if we go that way to get there, we could kind of. I have to clear out my canyon because apparently there's dwarves there, and they're probably not going to be fond of leaving. But once I show up with my crown, they might cower and shit themselves, and we'll see. But yeah, we could stop there on the way.
I'll like elbow praise, like I guess at this point it would be like his thigh based on our height difference. I'd be like, and we'll skewer anybody that opposes you, right?
Yes, we'll fuck them up, and they're still elk, so feasts and apparently violent outbursts, but we'll deal with that if that happens to one of us.
Grand. Yes, you enjoy your travels.
Did I overhear Erden say something about he has something to do in town before we go? Or is he like staying here? Did you hear that, Asher?
He is staying here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
He is not well enough to travel with us.
He's still unconscious.
Oh.
He got a magical shot to the head, which to you guys he just got ragdolled to the ground. Erden's butterfly affecting right now.
Okay, well, worst case, he can fly. He can catch up really quick.
Well, I think they said they were going to teleport him to us.
Oh, I might have been thinking about elk or something. I think I missed that. If you guys are good to go, let's go. Because I'm not getting younger, and he can't just push me across the room and make me younger. So, let's go.
So as you guys head out, you get a +1 rapier.
I was like, my fucking sword.
You get a +1 rapier. With a
Is
curse.
it cursed?
Yeah! This curse is you are constantly hoppity.
Horny. Oh, hoppity, okay.
I can't stop! So, silly wabbit. Curses are for kids.
Oh no.
Too soon, leaving the orphanage.
Yeah. That kid, by the way, is by Erden's side because he's another cursed mark person who is actually grown up, and he saved him. So he's constantly, since he's staying, he's gonna stay next to Erden's side. Yes.
He's gonna be a member of the Ocean Elks soon enough. Let's be real.
Yes, we do need people to
Depends if-
man the canyons and die in our stead.
Yeah, you lost one child. You need to replace them, right?
Yes,
Kyle's still alive.
Esme.
That's one of the two.
Esme.
Oh, that's right, Esme.
Esme.
So yeah, so as you say, Esme, she goes, "I'm not dead. I'm just stuck."
We'll get you out of there. Asher might eventually learn a spell to like bring you back to life or something. I don't know.
Oh God, Half-Life! It sounds terrible. So you guys ride out of the military encampment outside of Palumas. You can see like the tents are being torn down, fires are being snuffed. Like they're mobilizing back into the city. As you guys ride, wait a minute, west. As I keep saying east, you guys ride west. You go from a groomed road to an area where you actually see Blue Crest guards just all standing by. I call them crash barriers from like medieval times, like the pittons that are just to stop carts and driving horses there.
The spikes, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of what they're called. So like you guys ride past that, and the guards just look at you like they move them, and you enter no man's land. You go from this dry, beautiful day to a humid, damp, cloudy day. Prey and Balder, this is constantly what you're used to. It's rarely sunny. If it is, it's usually on the coast, but it's mostly cloudy here. And you go from here into, you can hear like the horses like actually extending their gait so they can pull their hooves out of the water. Your cart is being pulled by, good thing it's 2 war horses because they're strong enough to just pull this cart that is beginning to get waterlogged by being dragged through like the damp earth. And you ride for a good like 15 to 20 minutes through the no man's land that is wide open, and you reach the crest of the Rahe Woods. These woods are dense pines. Think BC bigwoods or redwoods. They are tall, they are thick, but there are also smaller ones all around. It is, I would say, a borealis type of forest. So like maples, pines, oaks, ash, all the trees I know. I'm not very much of a botanist. Let me look at my phone. And you guys just ride through. As you go in, usually with trees that tall, the ground would be dry and it would be brittle like pine needles under you. But it's rich, it's cloves, like clovers everywhere, and still a damp, humid area within these woods. So you guys are now in the Rahe Woods, riding west. Who would like to roll a d20 to see what you fuckers run into?
I would love to.
I want to say once we got in the woods, like a little ways, so that we weren't visible to any of the other guards or anything, I was going to take off the armor so that I'm not wearing the enemy armor going through the
so
territory.
as you guys are riding in, you hand the reins to Asher, and Asher's like, ah! And you just start stripping in the packs, like, because having a cart rock around while you're trying to undo clips and clasps is kind of hard.
I'm gonna doff some armor.
I will say that you can go from full plate to half plate. So like just not so you lose all your AC, but you could get like the chest guard and stuff. Like you take the helmet off, but you can get some of the armor that doesn't have the branding on it.
Okay.
So and Prey's just next to you going, mush daddy, mush.
Mush,
I rolled a
buddy.
12.
You rolled a 12, so let me see what that does.
Kills us all.
Okay, so large redwood just falls on your cart and kills all of you.
TPK. TPK.
As you guys are riding through, it is You reach deeper within the woods, and you feel the density of the trees has now been able to block most of the moisture. So your cart like lifts up a bit, and you can start like feeling like more solid, less swampy ground. And you ride. It is tame. You hear animals. Usually, every forest I've put you in has been void of animals, but this one is. You hear wildlife. You hear birds. You hear robins. You hear the occasional falcon screech. Squirrels, raccoons. In the distance, you hear caribou. It is a very animal-rich land.
What would the caribou sound like, Conrad?
Oh fuck! Fucking! I heard a caribou once. It was midnight. I was outside having a dart, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was terrified.
Are you saying that in New Brunswick you heard a caribou?
No, when I was in Alberta.
Okay, makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck is that? And then I saw Santa. I'm in New Brunswick. I ride caribou here, motherfucker.
Okay, the Santa we know and love. There we go.
Redneck Santa. So you guys are riding through, enjoying this, and I'd say probably a couple hours in. Who's keeping watch, or are you just? What do you guys do?
Always kind of just like being a formerly like more prey than predator. I'm always like on the lookout for something that can eat me, but now I'm also looking for something that I can eat.
Ayo. Roll a perception check.
Well, that was a 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Plus, I mean, I still
No,
get
that's a nat one. It's a nat one. It is a nat one. You do. It's like when you guys crit. I give you guys the crit. When it's a nat one, it's a fail. It's a fail. So as you guys are riding, you're used to Asher being like having his ears and just twitching him around. This time, Asher, you are too focused on. All right, I'm in the wildlands. I'm in the wildlands. I don't need my flask. I can just bite. I can just eat. I can just drink. And you hear a voice in your head going, going straight from the source, are we, Mr. Lepus?
I'm just gonna like keep thinking those thoughts. That's right. You know it.
I enjoy this. And as he says this, I would say Prey and Balder, you begin to hear just start circling and running around you.
Perhaps squirrels, I'm not sure. Interesting sounds, of course, men. Be wary.
And
Do
I would say
do I notice? Do I hear it as well?
you are too busy having this inner monologue with Mr. Voice encouraging you to give in to your temptations. And I will say that Prey, could you roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Danger sense? If I can't see it, it's no.
No, you wouldn't have seen. This is
Natural 20, baby!
Natural 20.
ooh, that you got lucky because I rolled a 17 plus 2. So you just begin to hear, again, you as soon as you hear this chuckling around you, you begin to just like you're looking around, and all of a sudden you hear Daddy just like, and you hear, and when you hear something charging, you make Daddy, and Daddy just rears up, and just in front of you, jumping, you bludgeoning damage. You see a large canine-like humanoid just lunge and like it tried to grab where you would have been, and just wipes out into the woods and then just takes off back into the woods, and you just begin to hear, you start to hear like, and the laughs just multiply. It's hard to tell. It's hard to figure out but you can assume over 10 laughs that blend, so there could be more.
Well, roll some initiative, boys. I don't know. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, and I'll roll
Okay.
some, this is going to be theater of the mind.
Okay.
But that wrong one. Initiative time.
We do have some mystery D20s. We have 6 of
do.
them, but I think I like the 4 per round. It's a good, like, it's not too many. If everyone's okay with that.
So, would you say now that I, with a passive perception of 18, despite failing the initial thing, would you say that I've noticed?
Oh yeah, you saw the dog wipe out this canine-like being wipe out in front of you. Like it jumped for prey, and as it jumped for prey, it skidded right next to the cart and then just ran deeper into the woods and fucked off. And you now hear the cacophonous laughter all around you.
So enemies heal too.
Kids in here.
Enemies are knocked prone.
Ooh, that's gonna give you guys a.
We gain 5
Good
temporary HP.
Isn't it us knocked prone? Because it's below
Oh,
10.
yes. That. Oh, fuck. Yeah, never mind. We're knocked prone. Daddy, no! And then enemies gain 5 temporary HP.
Oh, so they do and we do?
Yeah.
So what is it? We all gain 2 AC.
No.
HP.
5 temporary
5
HP.
temp.
Okay, just give me a minute here. I'm just adding up their initiative in my head. And then I'm just going to add the stats so I don't have to jump around.
For some reason, Jordan, yours is not loading the temp HP on the stream.
Oh, I might have fucked her up. Give me a second here.
Okay.
Well, it was fuck day after all.
I just need to add some stuff here for my... so I will put...
Interesting. Sheet J8. J8. Interesting. Okay. Let's change that.
You guys fix that and I'll just be doing this.
You do that.
You do that,
I
big
do
boy.
this. Big boy.
Big boy.
Big boy. Big boy, big pants.
Why is it not working? Import range. How about this? Do that, and then I'll change it to J8. What the fuck? That's J8.
This one is going to be the...
Why are you not working? Mother bitch. Mother bitch.
Mother bitch.
Mother bitch.
How about this? I'll do J9. Loading.
Bingo.
And then... Where is J in bingo?
Shut up, it's Jingo.
Why is it not working? That is so weird.
Okay, so that is... so cool, there we go. So, first one to go is Monsieur Lepis. So you just saw this big canine-like being wipe out, just fuck off deeper into the woods. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna be like, oh, hello, and I'm just gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay,
From the ground.
cast spirit. Spirit Guardians.
Everyone but the fucking dogs.
Sorry, I didn't give you my
Okay.
initiative.
I put it on. Oh, you didn't change it? Did
No,
you
I did
change it
not.
there, Mister?
There we go.
I
Sorry.
changed mine, yes.
Mine's up to date.
It has
Cool. So
changed.
you cast Spirit Guardians, 30-foot radius around you. There are the beings that are. They look bark-like. Last time you cast it, they were just spores. Now you see that they're little like pocket, like they look like little galaxies, and from one galaxy to another, you just see the spectral form of a piranha bunny going. He goes, "I'm giving you a bit more flair, Mr. Lepus. We have much to talk about next time you rest." So that is your turn. Prey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm actually next. I'm going to,
Did Daddy fall as well, or was it just me?
No, he just reared.
Okay.
You saw it coming and you pulled on the reins.
Right.
And you made Daddy just lift right up. So
Right. No,
kick
I
up
mean,
and-
one of the mystery D20s was fall prone.
Oh, so I would say. Oh, so you guys fell. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I will say that Daddy fell with you because you did pull the reins.
Mm.
So you just you dodged and then he kicked, and then I'll say the knoll just clipped him, shoulder checked him. So he just So Daddy's on the ground just thrashing about. Asher falls off the cart. Balder, you got up as you were finishing putting on your armor, and you just as Asher falls off, it spooks the horses, so your cart just starts taking off into the woods, and you fall on the ground.
I
Your
also
horses-
took some movement to stand. Just let it be clear that I stood up.
have
to
movement
say
to
it.
stand up.
yes, if I can, I'd like to stand up and,
Does Daddy go on my turn?
I'd say Daddy is your horse, so you can
So I would like to stand up, which is half my movement, and get on Daddy, which is also half my movement. So that's all my movement.
Yep.
And I would like to. I will. Yeah, fuck it. I'll cast Armor Bagathus.
And then the moisture, as you jump onto Daddy, it's the moisture follows you from the ground, and just these spikes just start growing out of your shoulder of just ice. And it's kind of like if you watch what they would call fantasy, medieval fantasy football, where they have the shoulder plates with those random spikes. So that's what Prey has, the post-apocalyptic chest guard.
Let's say it's the
gore.
Road Warriors from the old WWF there.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
gore.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Which
So
one?
that's what you have, and your crown just gets a bit spiky too.
yes, let's go.
Next is Boulder Camille. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess first get back on my feet. And can I see any of the things?
Roll a perception check for me.
That's a 9.
Okay, just give me a minute. You see. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that fucking was weird. It clicked by itself, so it just switched it. So as you look into the forest, you're shit, and you're looking around, putting both your hands on your blades. You see standing by a tree with his hand on it, just looking at your group, head down and just analyzing what you guys are doing. A large. Let's just see what's the real size of it there. So I don't start describing something wrong. Okay, so he's he's not large size, but he is large in stature. Just long arms, and he's just gripping to the tree and just leaning and looking and analyzing your movements. You see a white hyena-like humanoid with breastplate that bears the mark of your old banner. And he's just looking at there, and you can see that he's just analyzing and just and just barking out what you can assume are commands, because every time he barks you hear movement just shifting around you like crazy. That guy is the one who rolled shitty stealth.
Nice. Alright, well, recognizing the symbol, I'm going to keep my hands. I'm just going to ready attack in case something comes at me. But I'm just going to yell out to him, be stand down!
Roll a persuasion check.
A 4.
A 4. As you yell, he looks at you and just looks at you and just puts both his hands and pulls out just 2 flails and just. So is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. I believe it is his turn. It is his turn. He is beelining it for you. So out of the woods, Prey and Asher, you see this just large hyena-like foe lunge towards Asher. That is a what is it? Wisdom saving?
Yep.
Wisdom save. That is a 16.
Just succeeds.
Okay, so he takes half damage. Wait, sorry, no, wrong one. Sorry, that is a 20. Sorry.
He still
Didn't see that
succeeds.
he had. Yeah, well, of course. I just wanted to get the right number out there. What is the damage?
8 points of necrotic damage.
8 points of necrotic damage. As he jumps, you just see like 3 galaxies just open up next to him, and just bunnies just jump through. And as he's just like running through and getting cut, he arcs down towards Baldur with just both flails just swinging around, just going down, and you see just this bloodlust going through him, just. And he's going to take the attacks against. Okay, so yeah, so he's going to take 2 attacks against Baldur with his flails. Alright, so that is a oh my fuck!
Natural 20.
2 criticals.
I'm serious.
Oh no, crotch cam time.
Can you see it?
Yep,
No.
I can, yeah. Hey, Sean!
I've never rolled 2 fucking crits. I've never rolled 2 crits on just normal attacks. This is gonna hurt, Baldur.
Nice
It's
knowing you,
gonna
Donnie. I mean, Baldur. I mean, next
hurt
character.
a lot. Oh, Jesus
no.
Christ.
I need to go
Okay.
buckle up my backup.
Okay, give me a minute. I gotta find. Jesus Christ, I didn't expect that. I really didn't. 1. There's 2. Oh Jesus! All right, and that's. Oh fuck, that's gonna hurt a lot. All right, so I'm gonna grab one more. So I need that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, so first you take 10. So 15 points of bludgeoning damage, plus. Oh my fuck! Why am I rolling so good against your characters, Marshall? So wait, so that's 22. No, wait, 22 plus. Oh fuck. 18. 22 plus 18 is what? 40. 40 points of psychic damage. And then you take 17 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're paralyzed till the end of its next turn. So as this thing fucking just and gets slashed, you just see it, and the flail just smokes Baldur across the head, just sending his head going the one way. As his body's going down, it just lands on the ground and just comes up with the other one and smokes him. You see his whole head just twist and land on the ground, and it just looks at Prey and Asher and just.
But I stand back up with 1 HP.
Oh, that is right. So as Asher just, as Baldur just, you just see Baldur just.
You're
just
still
get
paralyzed,
up.
though, right?
Yeah, he.
Yeah,
just want to see if
I
there's
assume. Yeah.
Gonna see if there's a save. Yeah, could you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
23.
You are not paralyzed. So as you get smoked and utterly fucking rocked by this white hyena, and it's looking at your teammates, fucking laughing as it just took you out in one turn.
And I've held my attack.
And, oh, you held your attack. Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna stab him back.
Okay,
One
so you're
stab,
going to use. What do you say as you get back up?
Ouch!
That fucking hurt.
Yeah, you'll fucking pay for that.
Yeah, roll the hit.
Balder, you know they don't have money, right? He can't pay for that.
So that's a natural 20 for 28.
Holy fuck! Okay, roll your damage. That's fucking insane. That's just crit. That is insane.
Crit.
Yeah, I only do 12 damage. Not quite as impressive.
That's still a lot. 12, you said? Okay, so that is 12.
Do I get 2 attacks still with the held action? It's 2 attacks per action? I'm not sure how that works.
I don't because
I don't think you're supposed to, but DM's call, I guess.
I wasn't sure because
say-
you hold an action, and my action allows me to do 2 attacks, so I just wasn't sure. I know reactions you don't.
Yeah, a held action turns it into a reaction when it happens.
I would
Okay,
say
I wasn't sure how it worked exactly.
I would say where you got your fucking world rocked, and you got up because of your orcish descent, and you fall your ass on the ground, and you hear her voice going, "Stolen glory. This is not how it ends, Balder," and you just fucking pay for that. And as you get up, you just up swipe and just carve across its chest, and it just turns and looks right at you, dead in the eyes. So I'll say it's just it was a reaction thing of just your body coming to
See,
terms with.
If I was better playing with my class, I would have hellish rebuked him after the first hit.
It's all good. So then it is the turn of the. So you see 2 other figures rush out of the woods. Could I get Prey and Asher to roll some acrobatic checks as they are running and just trying to pin you onto the ground? Prey, I'll say that they're trying to knock you off your horse. Not pin you, but
So
get you off
they're
your horse.
attempting to grapple.
Grapple, Asher, shove you.
Okay, cool. So athletics.
Yes.
And acrobatics for me.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Natural 20. Holy fuck.
Jesus Christ.
See, that's 4 in a row.
So that's 4 in a row. That's a 14 for Asher's grapple and a 10 for no.
27
Sorry,
for
not a
me.
15 for Asher's grapple, and a So as you hear the you're like, they're doing this trick again, and you just, instead of making him rear, you just lift the reins and turn, and you just see the horse go and rush, and you just see and just fuck off into the woods.
That's
Asher,
a 15 for me.
15. So if it's tied,
The defender.
Defender prevails.
Yes.
so as he rushes towards you, and you see the one dive for prey, you take out your rapier and you just, and with your shield, and you just brace like this, and you just, you see 2 just big hands just wrap around your shield, and it's just just looking right at you.
They both need to do wisdom saving throws.
Oh, that's right.
please.
Wisdom saving throws. Thank you.
Oh, booyah.
I already rolled my damage, so am I
that
rolling
is a-
damage total for both, or am I doing damage for each?
No, damage total for both. That is a 17 and a 2.
So one takes 15, the other one takes would be 7.
Okay. They're the one that tried to hit, the one that dodged prey is the one that I'll say because he ran out of the picture. He takes the 7. The other one, who's standing there, just you see your rabbit just teleport, just phasing through him, and where they phase out, you see blood spurts spew out. He's just looking at you ferociously, you're a rabbit to a hyena. He's
Yes,
yeah, so he's
yes.
You're both
But-
foaming at the mouth.
As I'm seeing the blood spatter out, I'm just my eyes are glowing. I'm just looking at the blood. And I'm just Ooh, I can't waste that.
Wet.
It is now. You hear some laughing around, still rushing around like the woods, just keeping perimeter around you guys. And that's what they do. Asher, it's your turn, my buddy boy. What are you doing?
Is he still like onto my shield right now, or is there, like, can I like have? Can I
Oh, yeah,
just
like,
like?
Basically, like it's around is 6 seconds, so he's just like he's grabbing your shield and like getting the blood spurts, and then he's just like standing in front of you, waiting for what happens next.
Okay, I am going to use one of my channel divinities
Oh.
and try to like take out my. I'm assuming I've taken out the rapier at this point, but I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
said you
like
braced with both.
let's try this out a little bit, and I'm just going to pull it out, and I'm going to try to just stab him, kind of like, because he's holding onto my shield. I'm just going to try to like pull around and give him a good stabby stab.
And then the
Okay,
channel divinity for the
roll.
extra necrotic
Right in the
damage.
kidney.
Is that yeah? Roll that hit. You got a crit.
I'm not going to. No, I did not. But
Woo! Critical hit! Woohoo! Good job, buddy.
stop lying. Why the fuck
okay,
you lying?
He rolled his nat 20 to come back to life last time.
That's right. I'm the one who started this all.
Exactly. Yes.
Fucking double. I've never rolled that. That is insane to me.
I can't do math. Okay, hold on. Does a 16 hit? Sorry,
16 hits.
16 hits. So that's gonna be 1d8 plus 4, so 8 piercing damage.
Is this the start of the round?
Yes. Oh, Mr.
It is.
D20s.
There are Mr. D20s. I'm very sorry. First one is a 15. If someone wants to look up what that is, or exclamation mark roll, I'll put that in the chat. Yeah, there we go.
15 is.
We heal 2.
Heal 2.
Whoop, whoop.
Great for
Baldur.
great for
That's
Baldur.
cocked. Next one is a 6, which enemies heal 2.
Okay, that's cool.
Le poupou. And then a 4, which is we have vulnerability this round.
Ooh, that's bad.
Ah, bad, bad, bad.
Mhm.
Bam.
Oh my.
Now you're mad.
And I think it's my hold on. Touch of Death is cleric level 5 plus twice your cleric level, so 16 plus 5, 21 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
21 points of necrotic damage to that motherfucker. 21, which is now. Perfect. He's looking rough. Like you
And
bring your shield out and you just jab it right into his chest, and you feel this like you see the tip of it pull out, and he goes, and you just pull it back, and you just put your shield back in front of you.
I also lick my blade, please.
Oh,
Just like
the taste of
And
dog.
you take 1 point of slashing damage because you licked the fucking sword.
no, it's a rapier. It's only pointing at the
a
end.
rapier.
Yeah, but it's the first time he's licking his sword, so he kind of pricks himself. Ow, ow,
Let
ow.
me lick the tip of my long sword.
I'm a sword swallower.
Oh, skilled like your mother, I see.
All right, Prey, it is your turn.
Well,
And there's one right next to Asher, right?
There's one right in front of Asher who's looking real rough, and
Oh
then
yeah, I
there's
have
the
temporary
one
hit points.
who
well,
is accosting Baldur.
well, cost or not, I.
Oh fuck! Hold on. Sorry. Can I do a bonus action?
Hmm?
Okay, bonus action, healing word on Baldur.
Oh, he's fine. It's 3 hit points.
As a level 2 spell slot.
2d4 plus 5.
Do it up.
Do it.
11 points of healing, my friend. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna like imitate. I'm gonna do my best Mr. Voice and be like, now, Mr. Baldur, now's no time to die. And he's either gonna like that or he's gonna hate that and suffer the consequence.
You hear an auditory note in your head going, If you're going to say Mr. someone's name, you say their last name. Asher, I call you Mr. Lepus. His name is Mr. Camille. Get your facts straight!
Well, it depends if you went to English school or French school, because if you went to a French school, it's the first name.
Pray, how do you know this? Your brain starts to hurt.
I'm joining your mental conversation, Asher. Do you mind? It might be a dream. We share dreams, right?
So, out of nowhere, vulture noise. Mr. Voice is like, the fuck?
And Baldur just goes, can I join in here? And Asher's like, get out of my head!
Okay, so it's supposed to be my turn, right? I'm going
Yeah,
to.
Your health's messed up again.
I'll move Daddy over to the guy next to Asher. I will rage as a
Okay.
bonus action, and I will recklessly attack that fucker with my
Roll the
axe.
hit.
Ooh, that is still a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Whoop. Blah blah. That is oh my god, 14 damage. And he is marked by my ancestral guardians.
Well, this fucking guy.
Well, he
Is
gets
up.
attacked again because I have to multi-attack now.
Roll to hit.
23 to hit.
Yeah, don't even roll damage. Don't even roll damage. He has 1 hit point left.
Well, 13 blind.
So you, what is your packed weapon?
It is the battle axe.
Is a battle axe two-handed? You are
No.
on a horse.
No, it is
Okay.
one-handed, but I do have a shield.
So you just take your battle axe. You take your battle axe and just drive it right into the as it's accosting Asher. You drive it right into its clavicle, and you just see it like, and then it looks up at you. And as it looks up, you just take your axe again and just drive it, and you split it from the muzzle straight to like the center of the skull, and it's,
This is King Praiselands, puppy bitches.
and after prey, it is Mr. Camille. What would you like to do, Boulder? You have the attention of the white hyena in front of you.
It just slightly down. I am going. I don't know, 14 health points is enough to stay alive, so I'm going to bonus action second wind to regain a little more health first before I do
Okay.
anything. That's another 11 health points back. Woohoo!
Okay.
All right, and then I am going to attack.
Roll to hit.
A 17 to hit.
17 to hit. 17 hits.
That's 11 damage.
11 damage.
Second
Alright.
attack is a natural 20 again for 28 total.
Okay. Rolls the damage.
It's another 11 damage.
Ooh, prediction. Yeah, we can do a prediction.
Is he still up?
He's still up. This
I'm
guy
going to
is
action
hard.
surge for another 2 attacks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh,
Don't you have the offhand? Do you have the offhand attack or?
I do, but I use my bonus to second
Okay,
wind to regain
sorry.
strength. That was a 10 on the first one, so that's
10
probably a miss.
misses.
Oh, damn, so close. That was a 19 on the roll, so 27 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
That's 7 more damage.
7. Okay, so. Alright, cool. So as you come up, you just like compose yourself, and you see your wounds heal, and then you just take your swords and just go again for that spot that you carved through his plate mail. You find the weak spot. You drive one sword in, drive the other one in under its armpit. It's like, "Ugh." You pull them out. You go for a swing. It blocks it with its arm. As it does this, you just swipe up and you carve from right to its hip back to like its center chest. And it's this one's a hardy boy. Like, it is standing and it's just and it's taking deep breaths looking at you. It is now its turn. Let me just roll a check real quick.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so that is a fail. So please give me the damage for that. And I will roll the other thing I wanted to roll.
15 points of necrotic damage.
Pew pew. Okay, so that'll be a success for what I was rolling. So how much? 15.
15 points. Yeah.
Okay. So that is.
Ooh, this is an interesting one, Jordan. I like that.
Yeah.
How many more natural 20s will we get? So that is a. Sorry, so 15.
Ooh, big money in there already. 4,000 gold pieces in
Jesus.
the prediction.
Remember to predict and see what happens into
5+.
combat. So as it's there and it's taking deep breaths and just getting smoked upon by these teleportation rapids, you see that it looks at you, Balder, and just like it squints for a minute, and you see a tinge of how can I put it? Not reconciliation, but recognition, as if it looks at you and knows you. And as it does that, you see just like it looks, cocks its head, looks at Prey and Asher, smiles, and just fucking charges towards them. It is going to take both attacks on Prey because you just carved.
Opportunity attack?
You will get an opportunity attack on it.
19 to hit.
19 hits. Rolls a damage.
I did recklessly
7.
attack, just a heads up.
Oh, that means so. How much? 7.
7. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so that means it's advantage. Let me get some more d20s here. There's 1. There's 2. So, advantage. Let me see what's the addition to the hit. Okay. Oh, wait, what's this one? Well,
Prediction, if anybody is interested. There's almost 5,000 gold pieces in there already.
ooh, it is going to do that. So it is going to... Yeah, it's going to do that. So, it's going to take its 2 flail attacks against you, Prey. So let's see.
I think
We
you didn't,
got-
you didn't roll your dice enough.
We got a 28 and a 27 to hit.
Miss. Yes, both hits.
Oh, fuck. Damn. Okay, so one of them is 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wisdom. Haha.
Yes, please.
I'm proficient.
Oh,
11.
11. On a failed save, the target must use its reaction, if
Whistle.
available, to make 1 melee attack against a random creature other than this being within its reach. If there is no creature within reach, the target instead moves half its speed in a random direction. But look, Asher is next to you.
So is Daddy, and so is the other. Are the other horses?
No, the other horse is fucked off deep into the woods.
Okay.
Princess!
So there's Daddy and Asher.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are on Daddy.
It is a random creature next to me. It is within range.
So it's your choice. Do you want to kill your horse or do you want to hit Asher?
We shall
It's
see.
random. He's got to
It-
roll.
it is random. Let's go. Random.
You're gonna
Am I
roll a
rolling or-
d4?
Do you want me to
Oh,
roll
I
it?
am. I was. Yeah, you're the one doing the attack.
Oh, cool. 1, 2, Asher, 3, 4, Daddy. It is a 3, so I'm gonna attack Daddy.
Daddy!
That is a 14, which is unfortunately right on the money.
It hits.
Yep, and I'm raging. That is 10 damage to Daddy.
Oh, Daddy's looking hurt. Daddy gonna need to get shot after this. you just like, you get hit by this flail and you just feel your rage build up and you just go like, elk! You just drive your axe right into the neck of Daddy and Daddy's like, you might need
Daddy,
to rebuild
whoops!
this.
Whoops,
You
Daddy.
You might need to rebuild this trust, Prey. And then for the second hit, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, halved because you're raging.
So 7.
And you take 9 points of psychic damage.
Ugh.
And that is its turn. As it turns back towards Baldur and like just like cocks its head and like it's focused on combat, but it keeps looking at Baldur, just like cocking its head a little bit and like, you know when you see someone you're like, I know this person from somewhere, but it can't put its finger on it.
Oh, also it took
It is now.
10 frost damage twice.
Oh, damn!
I'll move
That is
Agathis.
added to it. That is added to it. It is now. There's only one of them, so it's going to try to get prey off that fucking horse again. Wisdom saving throw. That is a, I believe, a 16. Sorry. That is a 15.
Fails.
Failed. All right, give me that damage.
And he's trying to shove me? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's trying to get you off that horse.
Cool.
17 points of
18 is my
necrotic
roll.
damage.
18. Okay, just give me there. I'm just gonna add that. 17, you said?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So he's going to
18 for me.
try
Sorry.
to. Oh, that's off the tray. We'll go with this one. Oh, he goes and he actually just like as you just you hear like and you hear the of the rabbits just going through this this knoll.
Oh god.
And you see it just like jump up, and Daddy just like as you go to turn Daddy bucks up, jumps on his feet, and just like back kicks the dog onto the ground, just, skirts onto the ground, just, and just like is prone on the ground. He rolled a natural 1, so he's just like on the ground twitching. I'll say he took 4 points of bludgeoning damage from that, from Daddy fucking donkey kicking him. It is now the other ones. You hear the 10 plus laughing things just swarming and getting faster and more rowdy as you guys are eliminating some of the teammates, and you can hear a conversation like it's chittering like and like there if you could understand what they were saying, kind of conversating about what's going on. Asher, it's your turn.
There is a mystery D20 that is to be rolled.
roll it.
Hula! Oh, jeepers. Hula! That is an 18, which is a very... We gain 5 temporary hit points.
So I gain 1 temporary hit point.
Oh, you replace your 4 with the... Yeah.
That's 5. I mean, can't complain. I haven't taken very much damage yet. I'm saying yet because we all know Asher goes down once per combat. So now, are you saying that this crazy motherfucker that just like flew into the fray here is right next to, within 5 feet of its captain? Because he jumped for prey. The captain is right next to prey.
Yeah,
Okay.
the big one's right next to prey, and the other one's on the ground, like probably, like he's next to prey. There's prey, and then that one's like more towards Baldur. Like Baldur's behind you guys, because yeah, prey rushed up to you and Baldur fell off the cart.
Okay. What was? Am I allowed to have my own reaction to the blood, or do you have an idea what Asher's reaction would be to the blood? He consumed.
You haven't. You've been just taking drinks of your flask, so like, you've been doing good for a while there, but your flask's getting empty. You might need a retop, but you're not going through withdrawals yet.
No. I mean, like the reaction to me licking the blood from my rapier, like
They
just like
didn't seem bothered by it.
I guess that's not what I meant, but like my own reaction, like was like I'm gonna say like, oh, this tastes say it tastes saltier than praise.
That one I would say it tasted very irony, like pennies. Is how I would put it. It tasted
Coppery?
Yeah, like pennies. It tasted like you just licked a bunch of pennies.
Not enjoyable? Is that what you're saying?
It depends if you like licking pennies.
You mean bronze pieces, right? Is that what you're saying?
No. We've all tasted pennies. We've all been dumb kids.
You're like, ah, you don't even taste good. I'm just gonna cast Toll the Dead on Toll the Bell.
All right, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Okay, that is a 7.
Fail, and then the other one takes it regardless, which is fun because of my Reaper effect. So, I think, anyways, hold on, let me just double check that. Reaper. So, okay, tell me what you think of this. At first level spell, at first level you learn Necromancy cantrip. When you cast a Necromancy cantrip that normally targets only one creature, the spell can instead target 2 creatures within 5 feet of each other. So does that other person have to make a roll as well, or because
yes, they would. It's basically taking the spell and going one person. Now you can cast it for 2. So the other one needs to do a save also.
Please do.
I forgot you had that.
That is a 17.
That succeeds. So I will say that the can I choose my target first? Primary target. Oh, go ahead.
Well, where you're casting, so it's kind of like you going, I'm going to use Firebolt, but instead of shooting 1 Firebolt, you're shooting 2. It's kind of like taking a single spell and splitting it. So I would say that it's kind of like your Spirit Guardians, like this is the damage, it just passes on to the next one too. So I wouldn't roll the damage separately. They would both have the same damage.
Okay, that's not what I'm asking. Because one of them doesn't take half damage. One of them takes no damage. I was trying to determine which one took no damage.
Oh, so no, the one on the ground took full damage. The other one, the big one in front of you, is the one that rolled the 17.
And it's not half for cantrips.
What's that?
It's not half damage for cantrips. If they
yeah,
pass,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So now that is
the big guy don't take shit. The guy on the ground takes it all.
That's gonna be 2d12. So just a second.
Go hurt him.
13.
Actually, not bad. 14.
14.
One above average. Let's go, baby.
14 points of necrotic damage, I think is what it is.
So this guy on the ground is like writhing in pain after getting kicked in the chest by Gaddy, and he's like scurrying about, and all of a sudden you just see Asher going, "Toll the bell!" Ding! And like this high-pitched ringing just through his ears, and you just see him like writhing on the ground. And
it's a dog whistle.
Yeah, it's a dog whistle, and the big one just looks at Asher and just and just starts cackling. It is now Prey's turn. Cackling. Prey, it is your turn.
Well, this big fucker's next to me, and he appears to be a bit angry, but I am raging. Rage.
I'm going to recklessly attack him.
All right, roll to hit.
Natural 20. That
Somebody
is,
keeping track?
I am keeping track. Okey-dokey. Well, that will be 2d8, which is, it's not a huge hit, but it's still better than not hitting. 7 plus 7, that's 14 damage. And he is marked by my guardians. Did he attack someone else before? No, he
attacked you, yeah.
Yeah. And the second attack will be a natural 19, so that is also a hit. 27 to hit. Oh, just one of these, not 2d8. That is 11 damage.
11. All right, cool. So that is. This guy's looking hurt. He's looking hurt.
Yes.
Still standing, just starting to show where the battle, like where the cuts are going. Balder, it is your turn.
Alrighty then. So he ran away from me. I'm going to start walking towards him, and I'm going to reach into my pack, and I'm going to pull out the banner I have from when I was in the army, and I'm going to hold up, and I'm like, I told you to stand down, and then I'm going to walk up and attack him.
White flag.
No, I'm just going to show him, like, you should have stood down when you had the chance. Now we're going to go put him down.
Kill that boy.
Kill
that boy.
Oh, fuck. That's a 10 to hit.
Does not hit.
And a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Alright, then I will do offhand attack. A fucking another 10! God damn it!
So as you start to wave the flag, like not wave, but like just you pull out the banner and you like draw your sword and you wrap your like I'd say you'd show the banner and then you're wrapping it just around the blade, and you go to swing. You see that he grabs his flail and starts batting away your attacks, and it like you guys are looking as these two trained warriors are just like it looks choreographed, like they are excellently just just like blocks all the shots, not taking any damage. It is his turn, and as he sees the banner and you say stand down, you see that he's blocking the attacks, and he just drops both flails and he just starts barking out commands and then just gets to a knee in front of Baldur. So I will ask Asher, is he still gonna take damage? He stood down. Are you still gonna make him take the damage from the Guardians?
I don't think he has a choice.
I'm just asking if he wants to.
I can.
Well, can he dismiss the stuff?
That's what I'm saying. He can dismiss the spell if he wants to.
Yes, but we're still surrounded, and I don't like that.
He did just bark commands, and he's bowing down to Baldur. I can roll this.
I'm gonna like. Can I can't hold them off. I have to basically.
Either say I'm done with this spell or go fucking murder this guy.
Mr. Lepus. Chaos.
I mean, not that I'm trying to persuade you, but I was about to fucking murder him because he attacked.
Right? I know. That's
So I'm good
that's
either
the
way.
thing. I mean, I feel like Asher would not at this point. It's gonna come down to if he survives.
All right. That is a 21.
He succeeds, but will he live?
I don't know. It all depends on what this damage roll is.
Well, 8 points. 8 points of necrotic damage.
Is that half already?
That's halved.
Ooh. This guy is bowing in front of Baldur as he's bowing, just taking these hits. You see that he's just like through his teeth, just bleeding, his white fur turning red, just taking the hits and just trying not to react.
It's to resolve, bitch.
Those guys are dead. Are they? Let me see. No.
You tell us.
No, I thought that one was dead on the ground, but yeah, he rolled the damage for your Spirit Guardians for that one. We'll see if the guy who you just told is dead.
Did he fail?
Yeah, he failed.
9 points of necrotic damage.
You just see the buddy just and just like he like explodes and just on the ground. As this guy explodes and the other one is on the ground just taking hits, it is now the turn of the ones running around. You hear the where they were running just stop, and you just hear like dog panting around you. Like they've all stopped running, they've all stopped cackling, and just waiting. It is now your turn, Asher.
No mystery D20s as of this second.
Can I actually redeem him? I can, but I'm going to save it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to end my spell, and I'm going to warn them and be like, I can bring this back. I suggest you start talking to Mr. Camille.
There's no response to what you're saying. It's just all this heavy dog panting around you. Kind of like The Grey with Liam Neeson. Just you hear dogs panting, waiting as what you assume is the alpha is taking a bow. Prey, it's your turn.
Do I understand the whole alpha thing you kind of just said? Like, is that something that kind of resonates with me?
I assume that where you, it's kind of like a hierarchy like that. Like if you saw your dad bow to someone, the whole tribe would just follow your dad's lead, as they did with the fucking end of it. They just followed your dad's lead.
I'm going to hold my shield to my side, and I'm gonna I'll hop off Daddy to stand next to this guy.
Daddy gives you a dirty look because you attacked him with an axe.
And
I'm a horse.
I'm just gonna look down at him and be like, well, look who's prey now. And I'm just gonna try to decapitate him.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
That's 9 damage, and I can attack again if I need to.
Oh, you fucking drive your axe right through his neck. It doesn't go right through because it's a big beefy boy, but you like, and the head just like hangs a bit, and he just falls to the ground dead.
I'll hold my axe up and be like, stand back.
Into the microphone. Stand back.
Stand back.
Okay, Balder, what are you doing?
Well, fuck. I'm just gonna look into the woods and just yell out, "Show yourselves!"
Stand back. Hey, come closer.
So you hear in very broken. Oh wait, yeah, no, they wouldn't. He would have, but they don't. You hear in very, very broken common. Just like you hear like the little bit of snarling and like light barks, and you don't see them. They're all like at a distance because they saw their leaders jump in and get accosted by bunnies, so they just like they're at a distance, and you hear broken common going. Ooh. Which? Close or back? Don't. Close or back?
Okay.
Fuck.
Thanks, Prey.
No.
Just stand between the trees so we can see.
They just you hear a couple bit of snarling, and then you just hear one loud bark, and like you see 12 gnolls just like still surrounding you, and they don't get close. Like they stand between the trees so you can see them, but they're still keeping that distance to be like, I think this is where the bunnies hit. And you see one that's like very much racking its brain how to communicate. It's like, and it like lifts a bag, points to bag, takes vial out of bag, shows drinking, and is playing charades, and points to the one Prey just murdered.
Asha, I think he wants you to drink his blood.
I'm going to cast because I feel that would my passive perception be able to pick up that he's like
but from this game of charades, you assume he's like, can I make this in him? This in him?
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on their leader.
Okay. So what the spirit it just
Stabilizes
them. Okay. And
I'll just wait for him to come.
he waved to him to come closer. He's not moving. He's like,
It's
he
a
points. He points back to the white one, going, talky talk.
I'm just gonna get him. I'm gonna like try to get him to toss over. I'll be like toss over the
Oh, so
vial.
he puts the vial in the bag and just like and throws the bag so if it does smoke the ground it wouldn't break. He just throws you his bag. It's just a little satchel. You open it, you can see a small well you guys have seen a small healing potion. Just enough to like bring him up.
I'm gonna put it in the guy's mouth, but then I'm also going to draw my rapier and point it like at him because he's still on the ground.
He's
So just-
face down. Like, you flip him over. He's like, you pour it in. He's like, he looks. He's on the ground, surrounded by the three of you.
I'm just heavy
Sees
breathing
all
over
his-
him.
He sees all the gnolls around him. He goes,
I think it's easy to assume that we lost our tactical advantage.
That is a very good assumption.
and as you say this, he just looks at Perry and goes,
I was surrender. Why would you kill a surrendering opponent?
Well, as you should know,
Hold on.
living in the wildlands, surrender
Wildlands
could be death.
I was surrendering to Captain Camille.
and he points to Balder.
Well, I think King ranks higher than Captain. So, I stand by what I did.
Can I stand up, please?
If you feel able.
And like he gets up and he's like looks at his body, like that was like he doesn't stand up, he just sits up and like looks at the gnolls and just goes,
One moment.
and he just like barks and and like you just see them spread out and leave. He goes,
Just getting them to secure perimeter, if okay.
That's fine. Told you to stand down.
In the heat of combat, blood and death take over your primal. This man understands it. And he points to Prey. Primal instinct and all such fun.
And that's why you almost died.
Everybody is ignoring Asher just chomping on one of their guys. Just like,
yeah, you're just eating, buddy. You exploded, and like they're not ignoring. Like as you say this, he looks at you and goes,
Not something you see every day, but wildlands.
and he goes, he's just like he's sitting there just catching his breath, going,
Well, what?
well, he's just looking at the ground, just like taking deep breaths, just like,
I'm sorry for attacking you, Captain Camille. I do know that I owe you a debt, and hence why I didn't kill you. In my bloodlust, I kind of went for these fellows, because you did save my brother. So, thank you for that.
Okay, well, since we're done fighting here, I think, why did you attack us?
You were coming from the enemy territory into our territory. We were protecting our home.
Do I look like someone who is dressed like, and I point to Balder, dressed like him?
Balder's wearing half plate with no marking. He goes,
If you were dressed like Captain Camille, you would not have been attacked because you would have been a warrior from our military.
Okay, so you ran up and attacked Captain Camille. Dressed like Captain Camille.
By mistake.
Oh, an oopsie. Oh. I've had some of those. I've definitely
one.
pooped in my bed before. Moving on. Are you offering us something? Like, what's going on? Are we free to go? Like, what?
I'm catching my breath. I am speaking to a colleague that has saved someone in my family, and
As he says that, he goes,
oh, yes, about that. So I don't know how you're going to take this. I hope you don't mind if I call you Boulder, because you. So, after your endeavor with your squadron into that mission that your squadron was the only one to return, and your vanishing, that story made its way up the chain of command, reaching the leaders of the Crimson Capital, and the name Camille kept popping up. And since you vanished, it should be no surprise to you that the other person with the name Camille claimed the glory for that story. And, yeah, so your brother,
I thought as much.
yes, your brother is now in the capital, aiding the war effort, and anyone who questions the validity of his story. Oh, am I still good? Ooh, that's
Yep.
not good.
Your camera's frozen on my end, but we can hear you.
Oh no.
Carry on.
Oh no.
We can hear you.
Oh no.
Now we can.
Oh, while Balder, I have a quick question. Would your brother, who's in the capital, ever be interested in dating a female tiefling that's at the capital? I think it would just be awkward
Sorry.
if we got there and they were dating. Your
Sorry
brother,
about
my
that.
sister.
he goes, anybody who, yeah, so I don't know what you were saying, Prey, but he goes,
Anybody who questions the validity of his story, in example, your old squad, were sent on even more deadly missions. And I hate to say this, but your brother has made sure that your entire squadron has been eradicated. The people you saved were murdered by your, not murdered per his hand, but by his command, sending them on more dangerous missions.
I wish I could say any of this was surprising, but it isn't. Happens that we're on our way to the Crimson Capital, so maybe I might just have to pay him a visit.
And what was this you were speaking of a sister, Mr. King person?
Oh, I was, you can call me Prey, King Prey, Prey the Falling, the Mighty Prey, winner of the Gauntlet. Many titles or titles, however you like to pronounce it. There, at the capital, there's my sister, and I thought it would just be so funny if she was dating his brother, but I don't know how he would know that. After I asked, I kind of realized, like, there's no way for him to know this information, but it would be funny.
Who is your sister?
She kind of looks like me, but definitely weaker. Her name is Kay. I call her Kay. She has a full name, but it's a bit hard to pronounce. But yes.
What is her full name?
I have it written down, but I have a hard time reading at times, so it doesn't really help that I have it written down. But yes, I do have it written down somewhere.
that's it, and you show it to him, because I don't have the page where I have it written down right in front of me, because it's a different language that I will not butcher it.
And he goes, yes, that is the, that,
I also have a hard time reading. Don't feel bad about it.
no, so this is your sister.
As far as I know, she looks like me. She was birthed from my.
Yeah, but her name,
my
I've
aunt.
never seen her, but the name is familiar to anyone in the military. She, I would watch who you tell that she is weak. For that is the mistress of the arcane.
Like a mistress, like a sex worker.
No, she proved her fealty to our leader, the person in charge of the Crimson Capital, by being able to claim a canyon that we had never been able to acquire because of the tribe that was there. You see, they were very ferocious, and the way she proved her fealty, I'm just gonna give me a moment, and he's just gonna like he scoots a bit behind Baldur because your face is like, I feel like if I finish the story, you might murder me. I did not have anything to do with this. I am but a foot soldier.
Carry on.
She, I don't know how she proved it, but legend goes that she's the one who, she manipulated their leader to convince everyone to leap off a cliff. Such is the story I've heard. But, like, who would be dumb enough to blindly follow a leader off a cliff? Like, I'm a dog, and I wouldn't do that.
Well, my entire family appears to be dumb enough to jump off a cliff and die.
You said it, not me.
Well, it happened, and I certainly hope that when I find her, this story is true, because it will make killing her so much more sweet. Asha, I might even taste her blood. I don't know. I'm thinking of it. I'm fantasizing about, just cutting her into bits and pieces, maybe making a stew or something. I don't know why I'm going there. Cannibalism is not really my thing. Neither is consuming blood. But the ideas are just, flowing.
I know a guy. If you're ever into it, let me know.
I'll try it and we'll go from there.
Yes, so that's what's going on in the capital. Is there any questions you want to know about, like, I'm at your disposal right now. You let me come back to life, which is very, very kind, so I am very open to any questions you have.
We've heard that the canyon is not a very nice place right now. Do you know what's going on in there?
So, as I stated, Mistress of the Arcane K, as you call her, she, murdered her entire family, but it seems she missed one, and she points to Prey, and he goes, she sold it to the dwarves for fealty, but it would seem that the dwarves were chased out. There's something there that, was, your clan was keeping at bay, and the dwarves didn't know how. And the dwarves can't tell us what it is. They refuse to because they say, hey, we work for you, so you come help us. And of course, your brother and your sister are influencing the leader, saying, well, look, if we don't deal with it, nobody will come through there. So they're using this to their advantage, military-wise. So we do not investigate the canyon. It is beyond our means.
Can't argue with the tactical decision.
Exactly.
But
And then there's also that we are having the conflict with the deserted city of Tademe. That is, as he says this, Prey, you know that that is Crimson Capital's at one end, Tademe is at the other end of the canyon. So Death Canyon is what connects those two cities. And he was, there seems to be in a conflict within there. There seems to be an assault mounting on the now goblinoid city. Yes. But I have no information on that. I am to stay in the Rahai woods, for I am a large hyena man.
Could we expect to be ambushed again on our travel to Lolopa?
Well, through the Rahai woods, I would say is a terrible idea, because even if I am leading you, they might think that I was corrupted and they would kill us all on sight. We could brave the canyon, maybe check what's going on in Tedeme, maybe not, leave the goblins be the goblins, but we could take through the canyon to make our way to the Crimson Capital. I wouldn't call it Lolopa. That is the ancient Subdion name. It is disgusting. Does not taste good on our tongues.
You say we. Do you intend to travel with us?
If you want me to, like, I have 12 gnolls with me. You would have an entire battalion following you.
You still have 12 gnolls, and I'll look over at Asher.
I had 14 with my two captains. My two captains had a hard time knocking you off your horse.
Daddy is strong. He's mighty.
You see, as he says horses, you see like two gnolls come up with like your cart, like they bark and stuff at the bigger gnoll, and he's like, they found your cart. The horses were grazing far enough away from us, but there's your cart. You can have that again too if you want it.
Speaking of which, I have some bodies in the back of the cart that we rescued from Palumas. I can't say that.
Palumas?
Palumas. That deserve a proper burial.
That we can. So he looks at the gnolls and starts barking, and they just nod, and they don't even like bring the cart away. They just start dog digging into the ground, it's like, and just like, there we go, we're digging them graves, put them back into the wildlands.
As I see the cart come back with the horses, I'm just like, I'll like take a pause. My like whole scruff is just like bloody from just like having my blood drink. I'm just like, as I see my one horse coming over, and I'm just like, I'll chuck whatever limb that I was sucking the blood out of, and just like pop up with a little belly, little tiny belly.
It's like the belly button showing out.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Men of the Gill, can we have a second here? What do you guys think of traveling with these gnolls?
Alder, you seem to know them a bit more than I would. What do you think? Do you think they can be trusted?
Well, I don't know him specifically, but if his brother was one of the members of my squad, then I believe we should be able to trust them. Definitely traveling with larger numbers is always safer, especially through the wildlands, especially if we're headed to the king.
Hey, we're going to see your home.
Yes. So if you guys are okay, I can talk to the gnolls and push them into submission.
As I am push them into submission, as I am no longer trying to hide it, and I don't have to like be scared of people, I'm just gonna like full on expose my House Laramsis emblem.
As you do, the white one who, well, the gnoll that you guys have been talking to looks at you and just, oh dear God, and he literally just like gets on hands and knees and just like, I am so sorry, I had no idea. Please feel free to eat any of my squadron. They are yours.
Are you? He's talking to me, right? You can't be prostrating for Asher.
He wears the emblem of our royalty.
Did you see my fucking crown? That's symbol of royalty.
Sure. If you say so.
I just fucking did. And what I say is because I am King Prey. Oh. This dogman is such a bitch. No offense.
Hey, don't bring my mother into this. She was a fine
I'll
lady.
just say, stand. I will not be requiring any of your men as food.
Anymore?
As you say this, he just looked at the corpse you were sucking dry and he's like,
Are you?
Anymore.
So
Maybe
are
top
we
up your
swinging-
vial before we head off.
Yes.
Yes. We have decided, or I have decided, that the Knoll shall be an ally to King Prey and the men of the Gill. I'm new to this king thing. I didn't decide. We decided together. We're the men of the Gill. And we would like your company. Not because we're lonely, but because we could use help in the woodland adventures from natives that have been here the whole time.
Are we? So, quick question: are we going straight to the canyon? Are we stopping in Tedeme to top up on some stuff, get some food for your horses, or are we going straight to the canyon?
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, Turdemi is like way the fuck the other end. It's on the western coast.
it's on the western coast. So basically, the way that map was designed a while back.
Okay, cool.
So basically, Lolopa is at the southern west point.
Right.
I want like at the other end of that canyon is where Turdeme should be. Death Canyon. Wait, if I can, I don't have the map open. It's on your thing. But yeah, it would basically be from north. It would be from north to south on the west coast.
Okay.
Would be where Death Canyon is. It's a big.
I completely misunderstood where that was. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
What are we going to get attacked at the Goblin City? Like, what the fuck?
I can also create food for our horses, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think create food and water works for, like, it's like not delicious, but it's food.
I'm just saying. I just want to know what we're doing. Are we going straight to the canyon? Are we going to Tedeme? What are we doing?
I think the quicker we get to the Crimson Capital, formerly known as Lolopa, I think that might be the quickest way. And are we not in somewhat of a rush?
We can. I'm just asking. So we will do that. I just gotta go. I drank a lot of water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we saw that. You drank like fucking 8 bottles.
Always.
I was waiting on when I should expose the old emblem there.
Yeah. What do you guys think though about the? Are we just beelining it, trying to rush, or are we making a pit stop?
I can't really think of a reason why I need to go there.
Same.
Asher is not from this area, and he really wants to go to the Crimson Capital, so that would be my thought process as well.
Exactly. If anything, we can hit it up on the way back. If anything.
Exactly.
If whatever's happening in the thing would be easier
Yeah.
based on what's happening there, but I mean, story-wise, I don't have a reason.
Yeah. Based on the map, I thought the canyon was that little thing connecting right under the lake. That's what I thought we were doing.
that's-
Yeah, I thought we were going that way.
That connects Festuche to the wildlands through the mountains.
Yes, as canyons are in between mountains.
Yeah, but there's more mountains within this land.
Okay.
So you guys, not to cough in your ears. So you guys make your way with the gnolls after the graves are dug. Are you saying anything in particular to these dead wildlanders there, Balder?
No, I'm just gonna just thank them for their service, and then moment of silence, and then head out.
Sorry you were eaten.
No, this was the ones that I cut down from them.
Oh, okay.
The ones that were hung.
Gotcha.
Yes. What?
So you guys make your way. You spend the rest of the day walking through. You see that the captain, the one that the leader of this troop, is sitting in the cart, just like taking his breath because he got the shit kicked out of him. and he's just sitting in the cart, and he's just like looking at in the woods, and he's like barking commands out at his gnolls who are just running around. This looks like when you go into like a puppy mill and like there's puppies running everywhere. Like this is what he's doing, but he's just making like the gnolls do patrols to make sure you guys aren't accosted, or if somebody sees you guys that they go and say like, "Hey, we're part of the army. Don't fuck with us." So you guys go, and it reaches nightfall, and he goes, "Are we just going to keep going through the night and get some exhaustion, or are we going to rest? That is your decision. I am here, Commander Camille. What are we? Actually, he doesn't even look at. He looks at Balder and then looks at Asher, and he goes, I just got to know who am I taking orders here? Am I taking orders from the military or from royalty?"
Well, hold up. We are all in positions of power, of course, so I think we should communally decide, not you, but us, decide what we do. The men of the guild.
He looked at you and goes. He looked at you and goes, "But your sister didn't sell the land to you. The dwarves are technically in charge of that land right now."
The dwarves don't have the right, because she did not have the right to sell it, because she was not the sole owner. Politics, or something, I don't know.
So you're mixing democracy and a monarchy right now. They're just saying everybody gets a free vote, but I'm the king.
Exactly.
Okay, wait. I think I was the heir. My dad told me, "You're the king of blah, 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 blah." So, I don't think she could sell it. She sold... If I were to cut Asher's tail off and be like, you want a rabbit's tail, and I sell it to you? And then he's like, "That's my tail." I think it's still his tail.
Pull my tail and I'd promptly stab you.
Yeah, she cut my tail off, from the front, I suppose, and then she sold it to the dwarves. The dwarves were like, "Well, the mighty python, all hail." And I'm like, "No, that is my tail. You can't just..."
The mighty python.
Okay, sure. What are we doing here? Are we taking a rest, or I don't want to talk about penises for the rest of the evening.
We could rest, yes.
If this chain is as bad as it sounds, resting up before we enter, especially you, would probably be good. This is right now.
Right before he yells, he just like tells Enola, like, you hear him just tell like Enola in common, because he's been talking common the whole day to you guys, just going, "No sleep for you. Keep running around like the wild dogs you are." And then he realized, fuck. And falls asleep.
So,
What is it?
right before we fall asleep communally, after our cuddle spoon session, I am going to cast Guardian of Faith on
Our campsite?
yes. So it's a large spectral guardian appears and hovers. What's that?
What does it look like?
I will make it look like whatever I can remember Mr. Voice looking like.
So you cast.
Well, hold
this
on.
spell.
I don't think I
It's
can
only the shield
describe-
and the thing, I think, that...
It's like a spectral. So a large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space. He is large, and the space of your choice, so that you can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield, emblazoned with the symbol of your holy deity. Any creature hostile to you that moves to that space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed a Dex saving throw or take 20 radiant damage.
So I will say that you cast it and you just see a sword and the shield.
Start stabbing the gnolls. Just like, oh god!
They were hostile! So you see that, like, the symbol of Mr. Voice and the other... The symbol of Eldath incorporated into it, and there's just, you have this symbol of Mr. Voice, which is the Laramses family symbol, and you also have like Eldath's symbol. What was Eldath's symbol again?
It was like a waterfall or something like that.
So like you have that, but it seems like the eyes are just crying waterfalls, but when the water hits the bottom, you see that this is how the symbol has changed. Like, you're used to seeing the Eldath incorporation into this. But then you look at it, and it seems like where the waterfalls fall, instead of having that, like, spray, it just seems to swirl up again and just surround the emblem, as if it was in a whirlpool. And as you cast this, you hear Mr. Voice in your head going, "We're going to have a little chat tonight about that, Mr. Lepus, and how you've gotten out of the doghouse." And as you guys fall asleep during the evening, I'll just go with the Spirit Guardian right now. You guys are falling asleep. You see the Spirit Guardian, like, just rush out into the woods, and as it rushes out, you can all audibly hear it. And this is the first time that you guys hear it, but not Asher. And Asher, it's a very peaceful thing to fall asleep to. As you see the sword and shield just, like, fuck off to go murder something, you just hear the...
I just want to reiterate, it cannot move. It literally,
like
if
a radius of like blasting.
Yeah, if something comes within 10 feet of it. So basically, if we all sleep around the Guardian,
Okay.
Basically, if something comes within 5 feet of us, it gets hit with a.
So then, what you hear is the knoll laughing while it snores. It's very disconcerting.
Oh god.
So you guys fall asleep, and all three of you get visits during the evening, because all of you decided that, you know what, fuck it, let's have dream sequences when we fall asleep, because we all want to get fucked with.
Mr. Lepus.
Well, that's the one I'm going to lead off with instead of ending with. So, Asher, as you fall asleep, you come to a familiar scene that you haven't seen in a little bit. It is this little domed spot with a little cottage, with the little lake that you saw Eldath in, and this time, when you get there, it's changed once again. You go in and you see that the lake is whirlpooling. It is swirling. And you see Eldath is there. And she's looking at it. And in the whirlpool, you just see a figure in the middle of the whirlpool, arms crossed. And Eldath's just like, "I know this is a change. It's different. It's not what you're used to. But trust me, this is for the best. This is how we regain what was taken from us." And he's just got his arms crossed. You can just see, like, from abdomen up, he has a golden chain with a blue orb, slicked back hair, strong physique, and just shirtless. And he's just like, "I'm doing this." And it's because this is what he sounds like. He goes, "I am very angry right now." It sounds like he's talking through water. And she's like, I know it's been a change since the beginning, but at least now you're free. You can do what you want to do. "Yes, but under his command, this is not tolerable." Yes, as I said, and Eldath and him are just having this back and forth. And you just see the door open. And as it opens, you see Mr. Voice is literally kicked back. Like the stereotypical movie cool teacher in a movie who's like, his legs on the desk, he's got a book flipping through. And he goes, "Mr. Lepus, it's been too long. And I do know that our last meeting was a bit unfavorable, but you did do good, and I know that you feeding has opened many new doors. So please sit down and let us have a conversation. And if you don't mind, I think he should join us also." And you see in the corner, you just see Dionysus with a wine glass just swirling around going, "Hello, mister. I assume Mr. Lapis, but if you want, you can call me Dionysus, or you can call me Dio. You can call me Loramsus. But I feel like we are connected. So if you don't mind, I will call you Asher, if that is okay.
That is okay. I will call you Dio because I am not good at pronouncing long words right now.
It is okay. I accept Dio. I only let my close associates call me that. So it is a pleasure. I do like the realms that he has given you. This is very nice. And he goes, so we're here to have a little conversation. I'm sure you've met our new guest. Though he's a bit pouty at the moment. That is the bead of liberation that you've unleashed within a water elemental got me in contact with the primordial gods of the water elemental plane. And, well, since the gods beat the primordials, it was fairly easy to take control of his power and just absorb it into our little home. And you hear in the background, I'm still displeased! I cannot get used to that either. It's very disconcerting. I'll see if we can fix that. But I kind of don't want to, because it does make him seem... He's a primordial being. Well, that makes him sound a bit more weak, so it's a win-win for me.
I'm just gonna. Yes, politics. Correct. Okay.
So, Mr. Lepus, you have extended our power. I've held off on extending my acquaintance to your little brother, just because you're doing so well on your own. But if you start to slip, I will show him the cabin, I will show him our works. So, Mr. Lepus, what are your plans in the capital? Dio in the corner goes, yes, I am very curious for this too. I hear you're coming for a visit.
That is indeed correct. I've been wanting to have a bit more of a conversation with you for a while, as we both appear to be serving our mutual higher power here.
I just want to know, what name have you given him?
It's a bit embarrassing because I was a bit unsure. I call him Mr. Voice. And I just say like under my breath, just like mumbled.
As you say this, he goes, Don't be ashamed, Asher. I absolutely love it. It's so broad. It's so unique.
Well, because before he revealed himself to me, which sounds perverted, but it wasn't, he only came in the form of a voice, and I just wanted to be polite, so I just added Mr. Voice, and yes, we've never really gotten over that, so...
I think I may adopt that. I knew my mother taught me that his name was the Liberator, but this Mr. Voice, it changes it. I think it might connect with the young populace. So, would you like Mr. Voice to be part of this conversation, or would you like him to?
I feel that no matter where we are, he is always a part of the conversation. So there's no sense trying to hide anything from him anymore. I think I've made that mistake once and only once.
Yes. Dionysus learned that the hard way also. Isn't that right? Is it my fault that this Diedra that you sent towards me was a bit more driven? Yes, he chased me to the grave, but I've learned from my mistake. I've got mercenaries on him, now that you do not give him power. So we will see if this Diedra is still an issue within the next little bit.
So, it seems that some of my compatriots have a few bones to pick with what I'm gathering are members of your court.
Who are these people? That
Well,
there are bones to pick.
One of them is a tiefling, who I think I overheard as your master of is it the arcane or
Oh, yes, you mean the tiefling from Death Gorge. She, Death Canyon, Death Gorge, the ever spalding Bloody Vein. There's many names, but I do believe the locals call it Death Canyon.
that is what my companion calls it. He stakes claim of the canyon as his birthright. He is her older brother, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes.
Meta question. Yes.
Kay was one of the youngest. He was,
So he
well,
may have some interesting ideas from time to time, but he's proved
No.
quite loyal.
if I'm being honest, the for the conflicts that is going on within Seption, I have no stake. The Crimson Capital is my birthright. That is the kingdom I was raised in. Me and my sister were raised by my mama.
My mama.
But my mama. So if he lays claim to this land, it is the wildlands. He just needs to stake the claim, regain the territory, and then inform the capital. Like all, I have been gone for years. My sister took care of this land for us because it was our home. Then things happened. You know, such is life. Things that will be rectified in the near future. But yes, so I left when we were kids, we had I don't know how, we called him Mr. Nanny. He was a nanny, I believe. He took care of us. And he was killed in front of us, which was very devastating. So we his son vowed vengeance. So when I left my sister in his guard. Again, things happened, and now he is the quote unquote ruler of the land. So he is in charge of the Crimson Capital. I am just how you say? See, technically I am dead. Technically, I'm not alive. So I just play the shadow game right now. Right now, my main concern is getting rid of this Daedra and spreading Mr. Voice's words. That is my main concern. That is what I should have stayed with. Never mind the politics. So, yes, that is whatever you have to do, murdering in the capital. I just hope that my head stays on. And if you storm the castle, just know that chances are you will be met with very much opposition.
I don't know if we necessarily have to storm the castle, and I don't think anyone knows of your existence. From what we've gathered, a lot of people.
Except that Prey's like, this one here that I'm minor illusioning.
Yes, well, that's because Prey has seen you. That's all.
Yes.
I will say that nobody knows of your existence except for Prey and Erden and myself. If you remain hidden while we're there should be no problem with them spotting you. And
No, I don't stay hidden within my own home. This is my home. I'm still like, say that you went to your Zehedriel, your home. You're a Herringon. I'm sorry, I assumed. Say you go back to your home and your entire life, they say, this man here, he is the rightful ruler. And then he disappears for a little bit to chase a career. And then they go, don't worry, he's alive, but you've never seen him? No, you need to make appearances. If you don't make the appearances, people will be like, oh, surprise, they lie to us. Vive la révolution!
Sébastien
And we don't
Lebec?
want that.
yes, do you know? No, I'm just kidding.
I can put my people on it if you want it. That's not a problem.
That's
We do fight for
What?
the same cause.
Well, yes, but at this point we've, I suppose, made an agreement with the others that they are looking for heads, apparently, is what they want. Um,
As you say this, he leans forward. He goes, "What do you mean, Asher, by the others that want heads?" And Mr. Voice goes, "Now this has got me interested. Now, in the interests of things, I'm going to ask that you both stay civil. No one shed any blood, please, because I just got the place cleaned. Just give me a moment. I'm just looking for something here. Fucker. I'm just looking for something. Just give me a moment.
Are you trying to merge the call? You have to click the thing to like merge the dream.
Thanks.
Yep.
There we go. Pray! There you are. Oh, what the fuck? Give me a minute. Just looking at something.
Thank you very much for watching, folks. If you are interested, we do have the first episode of, well, the first few episodes of this campaign on Instagram, on Spotify. I will share the link momentarily. Carry on.
Yes. So Mr. Voice goes, just in the realm of being true to ourselves, could I get Asher to let me just see?
Throne of Truth.
Yep. I just gotta see what the save is.
Charisma.
Could you roll a charisma save, please?
I'm pretty
I will get
confident it's charisma.
I will get him to roll a save also in charisma. It's a good save.
That is a 24.
You guys both save. And then he goes, damn it, that was a waste of power. So never mind, you fuckers keep lying to each other and let the chaos reign. Fuck. So yes, what do you mean the others that want heads?
Well,
Your mother gives head.
You actually saw my mother's head. You were in my family tombs, you fucking pepper fuck.
yes, how could we forget? Sarcophagus after sarcophagus after sarcophagus.
Yes, my home. I mean, my what?
So,
where you were born.
all I will say is that it appears that, was it Sepdion? Sepdion? Yes?
Yeah.
Is that the continent that we're on?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's Palumis? Palumis.
Yeah, so
I'm so bad
Sepdion
with
right now
names.
is the Sepdion is the continent,
Okay,
and it is Sepdion is the how would you say civilized part, and the Wildlands is part of Sepdion, but it is uncivilized and it is claiming independence. So it refuses the title of Sepdion. So it is kind of a civil war right now within the nation.
okay.
And it is at a standstill because Palumis is not charging within those lands because they are concentrating on the outer threat that is the Zahadriel. It's a very war-torn world.
It appears that Palumis is very concerned about the Crimson Capital and not being able to control it, and it seems that they're seeking to sow disorder in your home.
As you say this, he leans in and goes, I'm going to make one thing extremely clear to you, Monsieur Lepis. I now know you are coming. If one drop of blood from my inner circle is spilled, be it by blade, bite, or any means, if it is spilt by one of you or your group, I will make sure that what happened in my resurrection, I will make sure I'm not the only one who meets the afterlife.
I'm going to reply to him.
By email?
Yes, that's right.
CC everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. Hashtag secret meeting, y'all.
And everybody's gonna click reply all. God damn it.
It's
God,
it's
fuck.
spam. People are gonna be like,
Send a
"I think it
meme.
is spam."
Fuck! God damn it, Karen, stop sending us cat memes.
I think you gravely misunderstand Dio, and I'm gonna emphasize Dio because he was thinking so highly of me before. I'm not the one who has an issue with any of these people. My compatriots do. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to have this not be amicable. I'm sure we could work something out.
Oh, I am always open to conversations, and I'm always open to dialect. But you have been warned. If my inner circle, meaning the people who are left in charge of my home, if their blood is spilled, he looks at Mr. Voice and goes, I will make sure that he does not interfere. And I will take away what I have given you. Everything you have built here with the Liberator, well, it's thanks to me, Monsieur Lepus. And I will take it back. So, I say again, keep your dogs in check. And as he leans back, he just fades away. Mr. Voice goes, well, that was a bit intense, was it not?
I'll look over at Mr. Voice and I'll say, so is he implying that he has more power than you?
No, I think what he was implying is that I had 3 followers. I had you, I had him, and I had Daedra. You made me get rid of Daedra. I now have 2 followers.
You're gonna force me to do that.
I had no choice. It was either that or I get destroyed and you lose all your power. And I really love you, and I don't want you to die.
Aww.
He said love.
Mr. Voice.
You are the Energizer Bunny of Chaos. I absolutely love it. You just keep going and going and going. I can't, even if I make you taste death, you just come back. So, as I was saying, if he gets rid of you, everything we've built now falls on his lap. Just remember that, Mr. Lepus.
So, what if I could get you more followers?
That would be... I'm very picky, though. And you know, to open this conversation, you can give them a bead of corruption. Sorry, a liberation bead. I did not say corruption. No, I said liberation. And
Can I roll an insight on that?
you can gladly roll an insight on it. But you know this corrupts people. It brings them to Mr. Voice.
It's a natural 1.
He just slipped. He just mixed up his words. He goes, you can easily give them a bead, but just know that to open the door for them to be accepted, the invite needs to be extended by a member, points to you, and he goes, and you also need to turn them.
Turn around.
They will be turned into what you are. So if you're okay with,
Do I have that ability?
all you have to do is for them to be
Now, not decapitated, as your group loves to do so much. You just need to,
Chop.
bring them down to an unconscious state where they start to, I would say, make death saves, and then just drain them dry.
Like spaghetti sauce.
There is an emergency upstairs,
Yeah.
so I will pick up the other dream sequences next week
Okay.
because she needs assistance upstairs.
No problemo,
So I gotta
senor.
go- I gotta go right now.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye. Farewell. We shall find someone to raid. Thank you very much for hanging out, folks. Quite a cliffhanger of a end of a session, but we will be back next Monday, as far as I know. And yeah, hopefully I get to play some Star Citizen in between. But yeah, those will be the main two things I do here on the stream. If you like D&D, please follow. If you like Star Citizen, please follow. If you're a fan of what you're seeing, please follow. Keyword follow. Click the purple button. Thank you. Let's find someone who is streaming. I think. Oh God, what happened here? Did the keyboard die? Oh my God, it is pressing N non-stop. What the hell was that? Dungeons and
Dragons.
Dragons. I think Dice Cream Sandwich was streaming earlier today. I'm not sure. Let's find. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. There is Captain Robert, who is streaming something right now with 60 viewers. So say hi, be friendly, and we shall catch you folks Monday for the next D&D session. Farewell. Ooga booga 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 booga. Very short. Sean will be here to play Erda next week as well.
Oh, that's why I'm trying to give the extra booga.
Yeah.
Ooga booga ooga booga ooga booga.
Yeah. Booga booga.